Yes, it's going on, yeah.
Right, Carl, hello.
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching His word in sincerity and truth. And yeah, man, we come out here to proclaim coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai, which is soon. All right, sooner than what some would believe, man. All the final prophecies simmering and cooking up nicely. World War III, the MOTB, all right, time of Jacob trouble. All right, all these last prophecies, the coming destruction, destruction of America, everything's cooking up just the way it should be, man. All right, we see what's happening, and everything's going hand in hand. The situation with the war, the build up to the war, is affecting the economy, which in turn leads to the MOTB. So everything is working hand to hand and working together to fulfill these last prophecies, all leading to the moment we've been waiting for, which is the return of Yahweh Shai.
Second Ezra 16:1 says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria." That's modern day America. When it talks about Egypt, Syria, Babylon, it's talking about the one place, that place, where we're in captivity still. The prey departed not. It's talking about America, man. It says, "Gird up yourselves with cloths of sackcloth and hair, bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand." Like you were saying, America's destruction is at hand. It's imminent right now. The day of doom and gloom is on the loom. It says in 2nd Ezra 7 that doom is on its way. I'm going to get that piece in a minute. But the day of doom is talking about the day when the Lord comes with the chariots, the so-called UFOs, where the white man's scared of, which you should be scared of, and the day at the same time the nuclear missiles are going to be floated off from 4 different corners of the earth on Babylon the Great and Israel, man. The big Israelis and them American Edomites are going to get destroyed simultaneously, while the Heavenly Father's Son, the only begotten of the nation of Israel, is going to come back and deliver the elect and add more fire to the fire that's going on. When it's all going on, when America's up in the blaze.
And America needs fire.
Yeah. And Trump is doing a perfect job. He's the perfect catalyst. He is the last Trump. He said it. There's not going to be no more presidents after him. And there's not, because you can see it. It's not even like, the way things are going, man. He tries to get back out of the situation. But then he keeps digging himself back in a bigger hole. Now he's in league with Israel.
We told man already that the strait ain't opening. If they wanted to open the strait to be open, they don't want it to open because that's why the scripture tells you in Revelations 12:12, the devil shall come down on you having great wrath because you have but a short time. They want the crisis. They're not trying to avoid the crisis. Everything they've done, even when the man said, look, man said, oh, you blocked the strait hard, so then we're going to block it too. Bro, they want it blocked. I knew that shit was not going to open back up, because if they really wanted it open, it would have been open. Yeah. They want it to be closed because that whole shutting down of that the oil is a catalyst for the shutting down the whole world. Yeah. And now they've extended it to the other what's it called, the
Mandab
or Al-Bab or whatever the hell they
Mandab something.
Right. And the knock-on effect, the world ain't really even felt it. No. Europe ain't really truly felt what's about to happen. Once it starts getting cold, so right now no one's using their gas, no one's doing none of that. Once it starts to get cold, right? The inflation that's gonna happen ain't even kicked in properly yet.
And then America was supposed to invade Hog Island, which is like the main oil port in Iran. It's like damn near straight in the middle of the Strait of Hormuz.
We still die doing that.
Yeah, so they're going to send troops there in the ground.
Yeah, there's troops and sacrifice. Yep. Anyone that puts troops on the island, you've already made the decision that these men are going to die because they're still within the range of Iranian missiles. So you're going to put man on the island and they're just going to get pelted with missiles. You can't take it. You could take it, but you can't keep it. Yeah. But that's all right because it's always been like that. These men have always started military campaigns knowing that, okay, a certain amount of our people are going to have to die. Yeah. This is going back to World War I, World War II. We talk about it all the time. There were certain battles in World War II that need to get fought. They fought it anyway and just said, man, wave after wave of man into them fuels to die, man. Yeah. And they're going to do that. They want to do that. They want a whole bunch of American, British patriots. They want you to die. Just go and die. Depopulate.
Well, that's what a GI is, a galvanized iron.
Yeah.
So basically, you're just a
You're a sacrifice.
Expendable, isn't it?
You're expendable. You're a sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
So these
Yeah.
men like don't think like they
Go
at
ahead.
the time that Trump came into power, you had that Abramovich woman. She said he's the magician. He's the one that's gonna bring the chaos. Then you had them writing all kind of articles saying, "Oh, Trump is the bringer of chaos." Yeah, because what is the order of the Illuminati? Order from chaos. They bring the chaos because they want to bring the MOTB. So in order to bring the MOTB, they have to bring crisis. They have to be people who need to be struggling to eat their homes.
Yeah.
Then they could be like, "Oh, okay, hey, take this chip. We'll be able to help you." So this thing ain't gonna go backward. They're not gonna make it where your food's gonna get cheaper. That's not on the agenda. Revelation 12 and 12. They're gonna come. Let's read it.
Revelations 12 and 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time."
That wrath is them purposely destroying their own kingdom, thinking that they're gonna build a new kingdom out of it. But they're not. It's gonna fail. Because the Lord is gonna put that to an end. But like I broke down before, if you want to reduce the world's population to 500 million, that's not an increase in production or an increase in goods. That's a decrease. That's a depression. That's a recession. So they break the oil. Oil is at the heart of the system. That is at the heart of production. So if you break oil, you just break everything. Yeah. Running out the reserves, and then they can act as if, "Oops, we didn't mean no." This is exactly because they've been telling man this is what's gonna happen. They said to man, "Oh, what? Didn't you know this is what was gonna?" No, they. So we know, but they don't know. Of course, they know what the ramifications of their actions are.
Precept. Quick one, Baba Shah. This is second talks about they have mischievous plans.
Yeah.
Mischief is
This
in
is
their
in the
heart.
power of their hand.
Mischief is in their heart, so they plan for these things because they want the, like the elder said, they want the chaos, so they can bring forth this new order of dystopian, slavery, man.
New world order.
Yeah. Everyone with biometric chips inside of them.
Yeah.
They got
Serfs.
the data center at the same time. They're building up the data center.
Yeah, they're the ones who stop being affected, but the
Yeah.
whole economy's falling apart. The data centers are still working efficiently.
Yeah, when he came in, what was the first thing he did? He gave money to the Stargate program. So
Yeah.
he's just speeding up everything.
That was a few years back, innit, with Trump.
That when he first
Yeah,
came
when he
in, when he
first came,
literally
yeah.
first came in, he
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the Stargate program, and he gave a bunch of money to the AI.
And he said about talking about when Trump, one of his first terms, talking about that they're gonna go to basically like Buzz Lightyear to infinity, to space and beyond, like they're the most high, man.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. Then you had this guy, what's his name, man? Kennedy. The scam. And he was meant to make America healthy again, and he was talking all the good stuff, like he was gonna ban the vaccines and ban all of the additives. He ain't done nothing because that's not what the plan is. The plan is that they're gonna have AI-driven medication, which biochips. That's what it's all about. They want to introduce biochips into the medical industry, where you say like you want to go. Everyone's health's messed up, so it's like your premiums are gonna be crazy. Okay, you want to get cheap premiums, you want free healthcare, you're gonna have to take this device, and this device is gonna monitor you. But not only that, it's gonna make you have certain stipulations. Like, okay, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. That's what they want to bring in. They want to bring in the medical devices. They don't want to stop you from eating poison. They'll want you to eat the poison. But remember when he came in, he was coming in like, we're gonna make America healthy again, and no more this and no more that. The only thing he's banned is one food coloring in all this time, because it's all a fraud.
I got something after you, right?
So this is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. I read in the NLT, Brother Kishar. It says, "So that Satan would not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes."
He's a schemer. Esau thinks he's slick. He's setting up a situation that these people are gonna beg for the chip. They're gonna beg for it. Even these men in the UK are gonna be begging for it because then it's not even hit the UK properly. The prices are going up. But it's gonna get worse. There's gonna come a point where it's just gonna boom. It's gonna hit. Bam, bam. Shortage of this, which falls into prophecy. Right? There's gonna be famine and shortage and all these different things. That's all prophecy. And then in the midst of all that, they're gonna be promising you, well, you know, if you take this chip, I'll be able to get you some food. You come down to Asda and we'll give out your rations, like them food banks in Barking.
Even the sea hit was like almost like a
Trial run.
of that, because they were doing that with the sea hit. If you didn't get it, the sea hit. When you know, remember when they were making people have to take it, then they were forced. Remember?
They said it's voluntary.
Voluntary.
They said it's mandatory.
Then it's mandatory. Then they were even blocking things you can do in the system, food-wise, restaurants, no pubs and clubs. They had these people. Remember that thing when they had that circle where if they went to bars, you have to dance in a distance with each other. It's like, they were playing with people's minds, man.
Meanwhile, they got these Baconites distracted with immigration.
Yeah.
And now they're promising them the pubs are gonna come back. You can smoke in the pub. That shows you at a low level. Here it is. Here it is. Like your own elites are pretty much controlled demolition in your society. Yeah? And what man, because we used to be able to smoke in the pub.
They crashed it down already.
That's what
Is that immigration's fault too?
So deport the immigrants and allow you to smoke in pubs. Okay.
Now you're happy.
Great.
Further kill
Well
yourself. Great.
That's making Britain.
Which both things won't happen, but they ain't deporting no one.
I was going to say this. The reason why these people are distracted by everything Esau is doing is because they don't know who Esau is. This is what gives us the leg up because we know exactly who Esau is pertaining to scriptures, right? You think it's your friendly neighborhood white man that's ruling the world and trying to help everybody. But the scripture tells you Esau's motive. So all these conspiracy theories, we was going into it yesterday, all these conspiracy theories that you think are conspiracies, you don't understand Esau. If you understood Esau, you know that this is not bullshit. He's actually trying to actively kill you.
This is the wicked,
and enslave you.
Or they think that there's like Elon is fighting against it.
Yeah.
Elon.
Bro,
And Joe Rogan.
he's a rich trillionaire now, right? Supposedly, right?
Yeah.
Not only on paper, though, not in his bank, but he's a rich. The scripture speaks about rich man. They don't care about the poor.
And he's an idiot.
He's gone.
And did you see the interview he did?
Which one?
Yeah.
The girl.
Well, he's an actual. People can't see that this guy
ain't
is a
got no sense.
complete character, like a complete fabrication. I don't know what to say. Like that is not an intelligent individual.
He's the first android.
He's autistic or something.
Beat the Turing test, isn't it? He was the first
I've
android.
got a preset. Back up. This is Sirach 39 and 26 and 27. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. All these things are for good to the godly, so to the sinners they are turned into evil. Yeah, why is it turned into evil? Because you're gonna have to do desperate things to get that, maintain those so-called resources. Because the elders talking about they're gonna start rationing out your resources now. So now you're gonna have to start, you're gonna have to take the chip, which is against the scriptures, against the commandments. BOW, talk about BOW because they're saying that they don't believe the mark of the beast is the chip and all that. Well, what the fuck is it then? What the hell is it then?
How does that play into what Revelation 13 and 60 says? How does it play in?
They said it's spiritual.
Yeah, but it is spiritual. But the spiritual things can manifest itself in the physical.
Yeah, saying, it's spiritual, it doesn't. And then they try to pull for Ezekiel 9 and 4, showing you that these guys are spiritual low IQ.
Like Babylon's actually going to be on fire.
Yeah. Is that not the real thing?
You can have your mind. You can have something in your mind, right? That's why the scripture speaks about them that worship the beast. So there is a spiritual aspect to the mark of the beast, of course, because it is a form of idolatry, right? So spiritually, you've given yourself over onto an idol. You joining yourself spiritually onto an idol. But there's a physical
device
aspect to it, which manifests itself in that. Like when you take it. It's not just a physical thing. It was like when back in the day, man used to cut their hand and take the oath.
But you take the oath in here first before you do it physically, innit? So of course there's a spiritual aspect to the mark, but there's also a physical aspect to the mark.
Because you're saying, all we're saying is don't take it, don't take it. But why are we saying don't take it? Because the Lord said don't take it. You're going to get cast into
Yeah,
the
but that's
lake of
because they're
fire.
going to take it. Yeah, when the pressure is on, and there's going to be high pressure, because things are going to go crazy. If you actually look, right, the people are not panicked as much as they should be. Because the media is saying it's bad, but not really saying it's bad. So it's kind of like life is going on like nothing's happening. Like if you don't watch the news, you wouldn't know that the oil situation is the way it is. Like the fertilizer situation alone is serious. That's not been rectified. But the longer the war's gone on, it's been normalized in the media that, oh, okay, yeah, we're straight, the hormones are closed.
Yeah, they're talking about
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah, so it's just like,
In the world, sorry, Luke, go ahead, you go.
No, I was gonna say because you had the fertilizer situation during planting season. So then whatever they did plant, because it's, I mean, look around, the grass here is torched. Like even on the journey yesterday we did, it was torched. It wasn't as green and lush as it normally is. So whatever things that they did plant, how much of it even survived?
And everything that's going on is a compounding effect. We got the bad weather, the high heat, and always destroying crops and whatever. All these things are compounding into a bad situation, a terrible situation. And then man are talking about closing off the other strait. How's that now going to affect it? It's going to get bad.
Isn't there the next planting season in a few weeks as well?
it's cool. It's
ready for
already-
that.
it's
already too late.
The brother, what I read in Ecclesiasticus about the oil, the wine, things that's good for man, then it turns onto sin. Bro, these are things that people use and take for granted. Because we can go and get your olive oil, your petrol, your this, that, and you take it for granted. But when things get so tight, this is what people kill for. So it's like, you don't even know the depths.
And it starts with it being, getting too expensive for people. But then it turns into not being available at all. You know?
It's already started.
And it's by design.
It's by
doing
design. It's 100% by design. That's how I knew the shit weren't gonna open back up. When they did the whole MOU, I mean, I was laughing like, bro, they're not opening this shit back up. It's not going to. This is the end game now. This is the end. Man needs to realize we're in the end game. Esau's not playing, and he really is gonna control demolition this shit, and it's gonna be people dying. But most man, they can't accept that in their brain. That these people are insane. They don't care. They want to kill their own people. So if they want to kill even their own people, because they don't care about the average Edomite, they're going to be starving and dying too. They don't care. They'll grab them up and send them somewhere to die somewhere. Hey, here's a gun, go die. Not Trump and his sons. They're not going to do that. Go on.
So book of 2 Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear, and sown the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Right, because what we've spoken about for years, it's a something where once one nation is struggling, then they stop exporting. Then another nation stops exporting. Then another nation stops exporting. It's like a domino effect. Where, because the whole thing is food has to move around the earth. It stops moving. We've said it before that sometimes you can have a famine and it's not even that the food don't exist. It's that the food don't exist where you are. It's not accessible. And in Egypt, that's the situation that's going to start happening, man. And that's going to cause governments to come in and have to step in and take powers, because you're going to get price gouging, right? Whether that's with petrol or food, you'll have people putting the price up and the government say, wait, you can't do that. So we need to control the price. Well, if you're going to control the price, we need to control the supply. And now the MOTV system can start being brought online, and it looks reasonable. It looks like, oh, this is good. This had to happen. Instead of, if they just did that one time, people be like, what? Why? But if you're in a crisis, it looks reasonable. But just know that that crisis will never end. That's the whole point.
Forever crisis.
Like Trump, like,
Yeah?
like even in the US, Trump has just brought the tariffs back as well. Like he slapped Europe and Canada and Mexico with 10 to 12% tariffs, and he's saying it's because of the fact that they're basically taking advantage of basically it's the trade policy saying that they're taking advantage of poor laborers.
Which you know that's a fake, because it doesn't override the tariff that's already there. So in actual fact, tariff has changed. This is what these men do, bro. They just come up with headlines here, and they get mad. When you look it up, It's not like he's added an extra 10%. It's another tariff which works at the same time as other tariffs. So Europe already has a 10% tariff on it anyway. So again, it's these man, but they just do all this, keep people's hair and everywhere, so your eyes are never really on what's actually happening.
Exactly.
Yeah, the psyops, man, distraction, and Trump he loves running psyops on people, man. A little tweet here or there, and people start losing their minds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've got a quick one. It's Matthew 24 and 22. It says, "And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened."
For the elect's sake, and that's really what it's all about. It's all about, Lord willing, being of the elect, so you could be preserved from what's about to happen, because it's about to get serious.
Because in reality, if he's going to destroy all the resources and you ain't going to have access to them, how are you going to survive? You know, if he's going to be controlling everything, how are you going to survive?
You have to choice to make, innit?
You know, and this is why we quote and reference certain movies, man, because it is a peek into what Esau would like to do, what he would like to have in the future, where there's barely any people on the earth, there's robots everywhere. You know, whoever's left over is getting managed by robots and AI or whatever. These men are living luxurious wherever they are, whether it be in a space station somewhere or somewhere on the earth, wherever. You are living dirt from the pot, suffering.
And they've got the bread and circuses distracting people.
No, they will get rid of the bread and circuses.
No, they're gonna have it.
You won't need it no more. You're a slave now.
Movies, Running Man, all these movies. They show like
No, we're in the Running Man now.
Yeah.
After that, they don't need that. Well, if you go into outer
Demolition Man.
we just drug you up. You won't need the bread and circus. You'll be drugged up.
That's money that they don't need to spend on.
Demolition Man, they had Taco Bell on.
We already in the Running Man. They already do the flipping bread and circus.
For the World Cup and that.
Did you have Did you finish on Revelation 12 and 12? Your brother, you have 2nd 16, right?
Yeah.
Okay, keep reading that one.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 from the top. It says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon, and Asia."
And Asia, so it includes China. Because this judgment that's coming is going to be a global judgment. It's not just going to affect, America's going to be destroyed with thermonuclear destruction. But America's not the only place that's going to be like in straits and that's going to receive judgment. The judgment is going to go throughout the whole earth. In fact, World War III is going to be fought as a world war. It's not just going to be the Middle East, it's just the Middle East is the epicenter. It's the center of the war. They're going to be fighting in every ocean, just like in World War II. There was the Battle of the Atlantic, you had the battle in the Pacific. That's going to happen again. There's going to be skirmishes and battles happening in Europe, in China, down there in Korea. Right?
And bro, that old black and white footage of when World War II was just about to, it was kicking off. People, us watching old footage of London, and people walking like life is normal. You know, black and white, going to
the bombs started dropping.
Yeah, till the bombs stopped and all that.
Yeah.
People was walking like normal. You see them by because you can see the black and white footage on YouTube. And then you see them by a big bed, theaters, going to jazz bars, walking around. Then, but the war was off in Europe. Hitler was invading everyone.
Keep calm and carry on.
Keep calm and carry on. And Hitler was already, he took over Liechtenstein and all that. But he was going nuts.
France is getting mashed up.
France was getting mashed up.
There's a video of that a guy in Ukraine. He basically walking down the street and said, "Look, this is." I think it was Odessa. It said, "This is what Odessa looks like. Just women littered and just there smoking.
While the men are getting killed on the fucking front
and he's
line.
wilding out.
Yeah.
Throwing them man.
Upset.
Big sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They've
they're
been throwing a man into the meat grinder.
Yeah. Yeah, women are just prancing around waiting for some.
They just getting traffic into Europe, man.
Because
And the comment boards was talking about people saying, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna invade what do they call the immigrants? Doctors and what do they call it? Doctors.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna invade it with doctors and engineers. But then someone said, no, this is the plan of someone said this is the plan of Amalek. And I was like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they're still always going on about someone else, bro. Listen, all of this is your fault, man. This is all of this is Edomites, bro. Stop trying to like always trying to bring it back to it's black people. But bro, we ain't involved, bro. I'm not involved. We're not involved. Stop it, bro. This is all you. This is all your mechanizations, man.
This is your world.
It's your world. You arranged everything the way it is, man. Stop trying to make out that Jake is the problem or someone else. You're the problem, man.
And it says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children."
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of dead people, man. a lot of people gonna die from the war and from the famine and from just general unrest, because it's not like the governments are gonna be able to control everything. So you're gonna get a lot of unrest, like the scriptures say. You're gonna get certain areas that are not gonna be controlled by the government. They're just gonna leave that area. Okay, fuck it. Cordon that off and just let these people kill each other. And then there's just gonna be gangs of people running around like a no man's land.
Marauders.
Just murking people off. Lawless area. Maybe you might get 1 or 2 drones come in and blow up a house. You know,
they're gonna do that.
all that stuff is gonna be happening. And they know that. Same thing in America. What we used to go into, was it the Rex 84? They know that there's certain areas you don't send troops in there. They're just gonna die. Because whether you want to believe it or not, man, it's urban area. Niggas has got switches and all kind of crazy stuff. You send soldiers up in there, it's just a meat grinder, man. Man's gonna be shooting from here, there, and everywhere.
The fucking Black Hawk down showed you that. They fucking went, they invaded Mogadishu.
So sometimes the best thing to do with a situation like that is to cordon. They call it cordon and control. You block off all the entries in and out of that particular area, and you let them man work. You let them
Siege.
man. It's a siege, yeah. And you let them man die and kill each other off. Yeah, there's actually wasn't there? There's a game that was like that. No, there was another one. Because this game was. Remember, there was a game where you were actually trying to take back bits of a city, and it was cordoned off, and you take it back bit by bit.
Rainbow Six sign.
No,
It
the
wasn't
other
Rainbow
one,
Six. It was a different. It was actually specifically.
what's it
like,
called? There was a sequel to it as well.
Yeah, there was
yeah,
the
I know
actual
what you mean.
game where there's like bits. The city's just like gone, and there's bits of the city that they have control on, and you need to go out into that area and take bits of the city back bit by bit. And they already know that's what they're going to do.
You got that program in Colony as well.
Colony, the aliens and stuff. So yeah, man. But that sounds far-fetched to a lot of people because they're so used to the normality of how things have been now. They don't understand that all of this could change very quickly.
And this is the thing, because America, that's why it calls America the Virgin Daughter. Because America hasn't tasted of World War on a
Brother said
heavy
district?
level like that.
District. I think that's the game.
Yeah, and so when America gets touched, people are just going to be so astonished, thinking, I can't believe this came to my doorstep. Like, just thinking it's always going to be over there in the Middle East. But it's going to come to your doorstep.
God, it's like, what was it? London has fallen.
London is falling.
That guy said it's like for too long the war has been over there.
The closest they got come to that was the Cold War, when they were preparing for nuclear explosions like that.
That's what he said.
And that's why it speaks about turn the Russians, the North hooking them back by their jaws, right? To bring them back into that state, right? Because everyone's gonna be fearing the threat of nuclear, nuclear attack and that kind of stuff. It's gonna happen again.
They're gonna be like the Cuban Missile Crisis. They're hiding on the school desk, man. But this one's gonna be real.
I wonder how it would work.
Yeah.
Now they're saying that Iran's
Hide under your desk and you
regarding like Cuba. Iran's got like drones and stuff over there in Cuba, ready to be released in America to invade. Then they're gonna say there's like all this week they've been talking about different sleeper cells being released.
They always find out they're sleeper cells.
So America's getting ready to
The false flags will come in.
The false flags, all of that.
Yeah, and then obviously in places like Europe, you already have a segment of the population that already believes that immigrants are invaders. Like they actually they've been priming these men on Twitter. Twitter's a social engineering.
You know what?
You get all these low IQ, low-brow Edomites. They're just on Twitter all day, and all they do is show them images of a black guy or doing something crazy, and they use certain inflammatory language, invader, fine age man. So they've got it in their mind that they're on the siege. So in a situation like that, they're gonna bug out and take the opportunity to attack Jake, which good luck with that. But they're gonna do it, and that's gonna lead into race riots.
The rise of the ultra nationals.
I'm a patriot. I need to fight, and they're gonna try and come into London and try to do foolishness.
Well, that was in that Elon Musk interview. The woman asked him, when was the last time he come to England?
He ain't never been there.
He ain't been there for like, he said 5 years or so.
Yeah, if you look at Twitter, you'd think that London is like, it's just madness. It's just like chaos. And then you'll be on Twitter reading that, and you'll be down somewhere in Farringdon, and you're like, what are you? And all you're seeing is blondies walking around, drinking cosmopolitans, and all that.
Office workers.
Yeah, what's this guy talking about, man? But you know, it's the propaganda,
It's
man.
Afghanistan or something.
Yeah, like it's Caracas.
Even Afghanistan, they paint the picture of Kabul was all evil. The people are normal as hell. It's just there was a war. You know what I mean? You know, this all that. That's why Esau's got to go, man.
Yeah, it's that programming.
Programming.
The
Everyone's-
algorithm.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
It's
that
just
they're
human
priming
beings.
these
It's
guys.
funny. There was that. What was that guy that went round to like the to Afghanistan? Then he was like the British guy was chilling with
Taliban
the
and all
Taliban and all that. And so it's like the reality of what like the situation is. These men aren't aware. Because even Elon, when he was at the Tommy Robinson, one of them walks or whatever, this guy was in by a satellite, man. He was fucking screaming to them from wherever the fuck he was. Like,
But
he got China.
he's telling these low inbred people what they want to hear.
That's it.
Fight for your country.
Fight or die.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have what they'll have a couple of agents in there that will like be their leader and get them to go get themselves killed.
Like
That's what's
Tom-
gonna
like
happen.
Agent
You know, some agent provocateurs. Yeah, we're gonna go Brixton and die basically. And then they can use that as our CC. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's what would happen. You get any of these Baconites, you just lead them into some in Mossad or somewhere. They won't make it back out of there. You know what I mean? But you know, good luck with that.
Verse 2.
No, go on.
Verse 2 it says, gird up yourselves with cloths and sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you. Who may turn it back? A fire is set among you, and who may quench it?
So ain't nobody gonna turn this back. The Lord's already set it up exactly what's gonna happen. The people who have the power to turn this back are not gonna turn it back. But the Lord is, the scripture says the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. They're already purposed to do what they're gonna do. Now the average person has no choice. There is no choice. See, the man's been thinking that you could vote this and vote that. That was all a fraud. You can't vote for peace. Oh, if we'd have voted Kamala Harris in, are you retarded? If we'd have voted, no, okay, we need to get rid of Starmer and bring this guy. Or if we bring in Rupert Lowe, this guy, bro, this guy is a private school. Like,
Yeah, Rupert Lowe.
every time he does a video, he does it specifically in a farm to have that look. You know, I represent the British people, and British
life.
values, and I care about you. People. The guy don't. You think that guy rapes some random?
They've never lived amongst you. Look, you peasants. Them guys, they look at you. You know the ones with the bulldog on there. They look at you like a. Like
nothing.
They're nothing.
Oh, when he gets into
Shotgun, he
power,
get that double barrel, man, on his farmland. You want to make it out.
he's saying all the same things that Trump said.
Exactly.
And it's like, bro, you man ain't clocked it, man. Yeah, when I come into power, I'm gonna arrest all the people. Yeah, alright, man.
Yeah.
I said no more
Exactly.
wars. I'm going to be the president of peace.
This is from Sirach chapter 13, verse 17 on down. So what fellowship had the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly? What agreement is there between the hyena and the dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor?
These guys don't care about you, and there's no. All politicians work for they're like a subsection of the rich because they're trying to get more rich. That's the whole point of becoming a politician, so that you can serve the elites. Yeah, you can get the contracts and the insider trading. And look at them. Once they leave office, good or bad, they're up because they've served well. Tony Blair served well.
Even this trust.
Yeah, Liz Truss, they serve well, they get a crazy pension. If you look up the pension for the European Commission and all that, bro, it doesn't matter what side they're on, left or right, they will do well because you're doing your job, you're serving your purpose, man. So there really isn't an avenue for the average person to change what's about to happen. There's no, if we vote this person in, the war will stop. They voted for Trump. He didn't. What they said, Trump was the anti-war president, right? But guess where we at now?
Trump's anti-war.
Yeah, they're so far gone. Some of them, they're like, someone's got to his ear. Someone's got to his. Like, no, bro.
That was the plan all along.
Yeah, someone got to his ear from when they bailed him out when he went bankrupt. Way back when, about 20, 30 years ago. So you don't become a politician unless you're controlled, all of them. And even if they position themselves like they're anti-establishment, they get into power and they're in. Bro, did you see the JD Vance? When JD Vance is interviewed, they're asking him about Epstein and he's talking like he's not the vice president. He's like, well, there's not much I could do about that. And he's acting like it's the establishment. It's like, bro, you are the establishment. How can you still be talking like it's someone else when you're the one responsible now? It's like, what are we doing here?
Hey yo, you know what, bro? It's funny, man. What you said, bro, is funny with the elites and these they basically they do the bidding. Basically, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. War, etc. What proves that is look at that picture with Evelyn Rothschild and Prince Charles. So pushing, that shows you he's in power. He's pushing his chest. They're the people that call the shots. They're them psychopaths up there. He's pricking the so-called king of this country in his chest.
So the Lord's already set their mind. The MOTB, you can't stop it. Because the Micah 2:1 says it's in the power of their hand. The people who have the power in this world, they're going to do what they're going to do. And then no one else can't tell them what to do.
And all these politicians, like a president is a fool guy for them. You go out there, you stir the people up, we pay you once your time is done. And if you buck up, they'll just kill you. Kennedy and etc. They'll just whack you if you buck up.
Funny, I'm watching Heroes and you got Lindemann in that. He's talking about the mobster that operates out of Las Vegas. And he's setting up Nathan as his president to have him as a shield for the people so he can have control. It's the same MO.
It's the same thing. So this thing is sure the Lord controls the elites and the elites are controlling what's going on. So you man are just along for the ride.
Just got more verses. Verse 18. Verse 19. As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor. As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor.
And that's what you see happening, man. And that's why these Edomites are crying on Twitter. They ain't got no gal and they ain't got no money, and they're crying about IQs. It's because you're broke. If you had peas, you wouldn't be on it Twitter crying. And the reason you're broke is because your own elites have created a society that is now taking everything from you. Doesn't benefit you no more. That's why you're crying about DEI. And it's like, bro, what are you talking about? Jake ain't even hired like that. Jake ain't taking your jobs. All the industries you're crying about is mostly Edomites that work.
And the thing is, even though in migrant hotels, the funny thing is, all them areas, like in the southern coast areas where they get these migrants, bro, all them hotels, there's one guy that's monopolized that game. It's like an Edomite. He's caking. It's like, and they're complaining, they get housed. It's him that's giving them the places.
It's just like the PPE scandal where it's just they're getting their boys' money.
That's
getting stacks for their boys.
They're getting, that's it.
Yeah.
And you're not involved. You're not involved.
Yeah,
bro.
Elon's been part of that racket. Elon's took bare government money.
Because the Quan you mentioned earlier on about pubs and how people are like, oh, we're gonna get our pubs back. Really, when you look at like the death of the British High Street, a lot of it is to do with business rates, right? So it says business rates in England are not charged as a single fixed percentage, but rather as a pence per pound of a property's rateable value. Depending on the property's value and use, the multiplier typically hovers around 38% to 51%.
You know what's even worse? They make it more expensive to hire British staff than they do for foreign nationals. If you hire a man from India, you don't even have to pay national insurance.
You know,
Which is all by design. And who's benefiting? Trump, Elon and the guys who own the corporations. Because really the society is more geared towards corporations and the people who own the corporations than the little man or the mom and pop shop or the smaller guy. And the upward mobility that you had during the boomer generation, that's all gone now. They said allow that now. No more upward mobility. If you're broke, you're gonna stay broke. And that's it. Like, I'm gonna go to university and get bread. That's not gonna happen no more. That's all been done away with because they really want everyone to just be slaves. But it's not our fault. It's your people that
Blame Carl Schwab, innit, man? He said it. We're gonna own nothing can be happy, man. He said it.
And remember when he left, they thought they got a victory, innit? Oh, look, Trump came and now Carl Schwab is gone. That means we won. It's like you man
don't understand the game. Just because Elon Rothschild died, don't mean that the Rothschild. You had that guy, Idiot Mills, Lever Mills, say, "Oh, the elites have been taken, the elites have been killed with all that."
As if Evelyn didn't have a dad.
You know what I'm saying? And they ain't got a whole family bloodline.
Like they didn't have a whole bloodline. Evelyn didn't come up with the plan, bro.
Exactly.
He inherited it.
Yeah, don't you know the story of Moses and Shelbauer? and he's 5 banking. Like, come on, like that's like the start of it all.
That's a
They
fact.
had an agenda.
Ain't that
They
deep.
go everywhere.
It ain't that deep. Come on, man.
Mills, man.
Control the well. I got a scripture. You will go and you will control the well.
You know, even with the politicians change, but the funders still stay the same. Like, and that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. Like the life of politicians depends heavily on who's funding, essentially the funding of them, because their donors are the ones that pay for their campaigns, the staff, the new initiatives that they want to bring in. They can't bring in most of these initiatives. without the
These
funding.
elites don't work. They're bosses, man. Right? They fund others to do the work for them.
Well, the scripture
You know?
says quite clearly that speaks about the congregation of the tabernacle of bribery and the congregation of the hypocrites, and that's the way the society works. You got a bunch of a hypocrite is an actor, someone who acts, and that's all politics is someone that puts on an act that you think that's what they believe in or they stand for, but it's an act. A man can literally tell you, I believe in such and such a thing, and as soon as the camera comes off,
And sing.
yeah, that's how the game works. They all say whatever they need to say at that time because it's an act. Hypocrite. But that can change based upon what role they tell them to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we've seen it, like even with these agents like Alex Jones, we've seen this guy flip-flop bare times, man. Piers Morgan, they'll play whatever role. One day they're pro this, the other day, the next day they're anti that. They don't really have nothing they believe in. A hypocrite doesn't believe in anything. They just go with whatever it is at the time.
Masters say, innit?
Yeah,
You know
got
what?
scripture. Because even even my guy that Sneaker, whatever his name is, he was getting on Alex saying, "Bruv, look, you're playing to the elites, you're playing for the Israelis. Why are you pushing their rhetoric when you're saying you want to save America? So why are you pushing their rhetoric?" And then Alex was just like he fought him, like he put him out, put him on Front Street, and he didn't know what to say for a little while. He was just filibustering, and then he said, started cussing him out. But that's what they are. They're just paid actors. They're paid opposition, bro.
Yeah,
They know that they're doing evil.
Quick research on that, right? This is Proverbs 24, and where is it now?
They know, man.
Like,
They're
yeah.
paid, man.
Can't see it, but it says, meddle not with them that are given to change,
Yeah.
right? For some reason I can't see it, my eyes is gone. What?
You know,
Meddle not with
find
them.
it, like,
Yeah, it's there, I had it right there.
yeah.
Literally not being right there.
21.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, it says, my son, fear thou the Lord and the King, and meddle not with them that are given to change. You guys are too quick to believe in these different characters, man. But they flop and flip all the damn time.
Bro, you know how many times they've had a politician, yeah, and they've caught them out where they will stand for something now, and then they'll read a quote and say, "Oh, do you know who said that?" And it will be like them like a year ago. You know what I mean?
Remember.
Bro, that's happened so many times. You're like, bro, these guys, man, they just say whatever at the time.
Don't
Next
deal with
year,
them guys.
they'll
Don't believe in these guys, man.
Yeah, they're not real people. Even and that's the society as a whole. Nobody's real. The influencers are not real. All your celebrities are not real. I've been telling you for years these dudes are all gay. Nobody wanted to believe me. Now it's all leaked. You see that Stefan Diggs thing?
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. All these dudes, what they do is they have beards. There's certain celebrity women that it's like, okay, I need to look. How do you look like you're not gay? Yeah, you get seen with certain women.
Diddy shit.
So anytime you see these dudes that constantly chopping and changing between celebrities and there's always mad drama, the nigga gay. That's the smoke screen. Like this other guy, what's his name? What's the basketballer name that was with Megan Thee Stallion?
Dwight Howard?
No, thingy.
What's that nigga with the big ass beard?
Nah, you're talking about Steph Curry.
No, the other one. The other one that was with
you're
Steph.
talking about.
Wait.
No, with the nigga with the big beard. What's his name?
No. The light skinned dude.
one.
The light skinned dude. What's his name, man?
Kyle.
Nah.
No.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's gay. He's gay. Like, can't you see? Like the whole situation. She was getting a monthly pay from him. Right? All that drama, and then Clay Thompson. And if you look at his history, he does the same thing on repeat with the same celebrity women. That's because he's gay. Because what's the last thing you're gonna think? That he's gay. The nigga gay. And Stefan Diggs is the same. He's with Cardi B. Then you see Video Man bouncing with man and texting man about being. They're all gay. They have wives or girlfriends that they'll pay for for a certain amount of time, it's called a beard.
Did you know?
It's a known thing. Like you pay a woman to be with you. You might even have kids with her, but you're really just gay. But you got a wife there, and then you have drama being put out there all the time. Bro, that's why America's known as spiritual Sodom in Egypt, man. They're all just gay. Most of these celebrity men are actually gay. They're homos. And then these women are all just, these whores are like a psyop. And then you're following them. You're following the way they act, you're following the way they believe, and you're really following a homo, man. A fake, phony dude, and you're all up into his relationship. And it's a fake relationship. It's not even real. It's just TMZ.
Yeah, they showed you that it's like in Boondocks, innit? Gangsterlicious.
Okay, so in about 3 months, we're gonna have a cheating scandal, and I'm gonna say that you cheated on me, and you're gonna do it, and we're gonna get bare fucking drama and bare clicks and views, and then all these niggas are gonna be all debating about it. Meanwhile, it was all set up, and then now you're on to the next one. It's all scripted, man. But you know, hey, listen, you don't have to believe me. You can get caught up in their life.
Truth is stranger than fiction, isn't it?
Yeah, they're gay, man. Clay Thompson's gay. He's obviously gay.
I've got a quick research on that. Isaiah 24 and 5, it says, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant."
Come on, man. You're gonna have a guy like, what's his name, Dennis Rodman. You don't think that guy was ever a fruit nut? With the purple coloured hair. He was doing original Takeshi 6ix9ine, man.
Damn.
Like, he was fruity as hell, lipstick, all that rude bullshit. I always used to think he was Rude Paul. Like, I always used to get them two mixed up in my head. That's how you know that's witchcraft, man.
It's all a gay fraternity. Even now, you got the Manosphere. They're all gay. Myron Gaines is gay. Andrew Tate is gay. You saw it, but I've been saying it for a long time. This is gay, and then you started to see it more and more.
Yeah,
trousers are like this.
Trousers was looking
With the
wild.
blouse.
No
The
socks,
top
blood.
was like, I was like, bro, what? I was like,
And that's what they do. They get, it's like the elites get gay people, gay men to represent masculinity, and it just perverts everything.
Another thing with that manosphere shit as well.
bro, it's
It's
like,
true because they like that manosphere shit. They kind of knock what's they design. They push them up to knock what's against the scriptures, which is really what they do.
They do that.
Because the scriptures talk about like it's supposed to be fruitful, multiply, etc. The way they basically they've distorted how men and women should even be dealing. That's how the man should be.
Bro, it's male feminism.
It is.
It's male feminism. That's what it is, and they end up gay.
Yeah, because we know the world is fucked up and all that. We know the world,
but they co-opted it.
They co-opted it.
But the original guys weren't talking like how these men talk, like Myron and that. And then they always got OnlyFans models on the show. It's all toxic, and it's all to just paint the most negative, toxic view you can. And the same thing, the feminists do the same thing. Don't they do the same thing? They find the most worst dude you can find, and he now represents all men. And now it's the same thing, just on the other side, and it's a gender war. That's why America's got to be destroyed.
Division, man.
Division.
Yeah. Because ain't no in righteousness, men and women are supposed to have a harmonious bond, but it's just the system we're in. They built it. You know, they've created this. They create all this division.
And they're part of this.
You're supposed to hate women. Women's supposed to hate you. You can never get along. That's why this world's got to go as well. This is part of it.
But this is why Babylon set out to cause confusion in the earth. That's what all comes out is confusion.
But the nigga got pictures with all kind of Edomite man hugging up in the arms. And I'm supposed to listen to him about how to be a man.
He's slept with bad gal. He's never seen him on a date with no gal. They're prostitutes. He just him and his dog.
Man, he exposed them to prostitutes. They're paying to play, all of them. So it's like, and he's gay.
Yeah. So what's he paying for? That Al-Azhar treatment, bro.
Yeah. Go on.
That's Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Yeah, all this wickedness is all what gets the limelight and the attention. All these stupid celebrities and these politicians, and it's all wickedness, lies and deceit, man, that just messes up your brain. The best way to be on this earth right now is to be in a forest somewhere, disconnected from all social media and everything. And you just live because this place will just drive you crazy. Because all it shows you is negativity and wickedness and fabricated wickedness too. That's all. If you look at celebrity culture, it's all toxic. None of it is like no one's got a, and the ones who, you know, the ones that actually have a decent relationship get no attention. It's always the negative, all of the destructive stuff.
Or even the so-called good relationships get dragged down eventually. Like Cosby, you know, all that kind of stuff. He was a role model for America, right?
They
but then they put him in a scandal.
They destroyed his image completely.
Will Smith put him, he feminized him.
Yep.
You know,
Will Smith's
they,
cool.
you know,
Another one with a beard.
Yeah.
Go on.
That's why their kids are named Jaden and Willow.
And then they had man sitting there, the whole red table thing. It was all fake. It was all scripted. They were already having an open relationship, man.
Oh yeah.
That was all
They already
like
signed that
a
contract,
psyop,
man. Yeah. But Jada was like, she used to like messing with Park and messing with them 90s brothers. And
she's
all
a
that.
bitch.
When he got that deal, Will Smith after that, what's that film? Degrees of Separation.
Yeah.
And he done that initiation scene and really he was doing that from the Fresh
The
Prince
original woman he had ducked out.
with Quincy Jones. Yeah.
The original woman he had ducked out, and the other son. That's why if you look at the first son, you don't hear nothing about him.
Oh yeah.
He's just normal. Yeah, so that gal ducked out. He was like, "Yo, this is crazy. What's going on here?" And then he got with the super demon, the beard, and then everything went next level. And his career went next level too.
That's why she lost her hair, man.
The slap and all that. You know, it's bullshit, man. Get your name, keep a wife's name. I was like, bro, these guys are acting, man.
Back in 2 Ezra 16, verse 4. A fire is set among you, and who may quench it?
That's right. So no one ain't gonna turn back what's about to happen. You can protest, you can write your senator. You got man telling man, "Oh, write your senator. We don't want this war in Iran." It don't matter what you want. It's gonna happen. It's guaranteed because the people who actually have the power don't listen to no one. You've been fooled into believing you're living in a democracy. You've never lived in a democracy. From the moment America was created, everything that's happened in America has been decided by the elites. Everything. All they've done is created a massive illusion, which is known as democracy, to make you think that you have some kind of say and give your energy. That's what the voting system's all about. You performing a ritual to give your energy. You agreed to this. When you vote, you're agreeing. Because remember, once you cast your vote, that's it. When you vote, you're saying whoever wins his vote, whatever they do, I agree with. Because it was fair.
Yeah.
And then they even tell you they make you pick the lesser of two evils. Most people go, yeah, I kind of know that they're both bad, but I gotta go with the lesser of two evils. So basically, you've chosen evil.
Got a quote?
Because you could just say, "No, F all of this."
Yeah.
I ain't voting for
Where in
marriage.
the Bible does it say, you're supposed to choose between the lesser of two evils?
So it's actually, real quick one. Just right on that.
Good.
This is
I've always said
This is the book of Exodus, the 23rd chapter, verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
That's right.
And real quick, Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shall thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
That's right. So we're not even supposed. Well, straight away, the Bible says we shall be only oppressed always. There's no vote a Jake can do that will change our condition. No. That was, we're gonna vote Democrat. The Democrats wasn't for Jake. That was just a scam. But then now you got Jake saying, "Oh, the Democrats ain't for us, so now we're gonna vote for the Republicans."
Yeah.
And they just don't understand that even the Edomites don't have a say. When America was created, there was a big Masonic ritual which was done, where you see George Washington laying the cornerstone in the Capitol with the whole Freemasonic garb on. Then they got the dollar bill. What does he have on the dollar bill? The pyramid with the capstone. What they're letting you know is America is theirs.
And you Jakes was 3/5 of a human being.
You was a slave
America
there.
was fucking incepted, man. You ain't even exactly.
All that patriotism stuff is an illusion. They don't. First of all, the people that own America don't fight for it, but they get you to fight for it by telling you to be a patriot. I'm a patriot. Well, these men don't believe in patriotism. They'll move to Monaco if they don't care about. They own and control America, and whatever policies they want to do, that's what happens. This is why everything has happened, because they choose for it to happen, not because the people have decided for it to happen. They just have to manipulate the people. And that's all they do. They find a way to manipulate people to go along with it so they don't just come up in uproar and just burn the whole place down. So they had to make the people believe that they have some kind of say in what's going on. But it's an illusion. And then now you got people saying, oh, well, you know, what America's not what it used to be. No, it is exactly, no. It's just now it's becoming more clear what it always was.
And it's benefiting you less and less. You know, because before they might have, you know, thought, well, give them a little something to, you know, to deal with, you know. Give them a nice house, you know, keep market stable. They don't give a shit.
Even America,
take everything back.
America, when America, the lower level Edomites that so-called could get the picket fence and that lifestyle, to begin with, they weren't even going to give you that anyway, because it was only after certain rebellions took place, because they had them mingled with the Indians and the Jakes anyway, the poor whites from Europe. They didn't like you. They just had you as farmers and workers and all that. But then when they started thinking, hold on, we're ruling and why are we mingled amongst these blacks and Indians, where we, you know, so they realized these elites had to come up with plans to like let you get a little bit of luxury over us. So then now they're letting you know we're completely taking that from you. So but when they first came from Europe, they weren't even giving them that. It was the elites that ran America. Lock, stock and barrel. You lot were just cleaning up.
The boomers got blessed. We're not going to deny.
That's when that race stuff kicked.
We're not going to deny. And the only reason the boomers got blessed is because they needed the workers.
Exactly.
They needed the workers. Like, so you could just go get a job and they'll pay you well. But they don't need the workers no more. While they were doing that, they were already planning to make you obsolete. And that's your guy. That's your guy.
Elon. Like, what 1700s, 1800s from them factories and all that.
But then, see, even in that period, you had that, because brothers go into it, because where you get the white and the black and all that. You had the Bacon's Rebellion. If you look that up, that was the rebellion of the poor white farmers, mingled with Jakes and Indians, by the way. And then what happened is them elites had realized, listen, these guys are just going to keep fighting. We've got to cause separations and, you know, through like they're white, we're black, etc. And let these lower level peons get a little bit to keep them just a bit more.
It's like when these companies go, you know, when these workers go on strike. They have to piece them up something to stop the strikes, right? So these piece them up with something.
They sold them white supremacy.
So there you go. So that's where.
And that's why you got. Listen, it's the funniest thing ever. You've got the most mediocre Edomites you could ever find. Pot belly, weak bears that was in set free in PE. You know the types I'm talking about. Them weak dons. Weak. They got like 4 GCSEs. And they were on Twitter going, oh, Africa, with low IQs. I'm like, bro.
Exactly, but this is
bro,
the game.
Bro, you that's all you got. Because white supremacy is it's all he can hold on to is the lie that he's superior. Just because he's white.
And if he ever come across them Africans,
bro, they'll spin him. They'll scam him.
You saw that got left. Bro, you saw that video, right? You saw that video with that that body. Oh, sorry, go on.
But I guess if he moved there, he'll make Africa great again.
Hell no.
When you saw that video with them in Nigeria, you know, like what's part of Nigeria? They got that game where they wrap their hand and they hit each other and they fight.
Senegal.
Oh, Senegal. All right.
When they do the boxing thing, wrestling
you got mediocre Edomites.
And then they have that Edomite go.
They couldn't even hang the
you can hang with them.
But that's what part of what you're talking about. They gave them they codified being white and gave them certain legal advantages, and then they filled them with the idea that just being white makes you're the greatest thing ever.
And part of that was voting. Part of that was voting. All that. You know.
And now it's the perks of having white skin are disappearing, and the truth is showing more and more that you're not really superior. Like really, you're mediocre and you're a weak guy. And as much as you talk about your IQ, if I took you and your whole family and dropped you somewhere in the wilderness, you'll all die.
Yeah.
That's what we do know. Like you wouldn't be building no skyscrapers or no civilization, bro. You wouldn't even be building a mud hut, bro. You'd be dead. Like this is the truth. If I took not even just your family, I'm talking about your extended family. If I took you, your uncles, and then like 3 generations wide, and we just took you to Africa somewhere and dropped you and said, yeah, here's some bottles of water and a saw and some hammers, yeah? Alright, I'll be back in 1,000 years. Bro, you might be dead. You're low IQ. Your time is done.
I'm sorry, go on. Sorry. No.
Isaiah 14:16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof? that opened up the house of his prisoners. They're gonna be astonished, man. Like this dude actually did all that. They're not gonna believe it.
Yeah, because they did a lot. The British, like right now, I don't know if you brothers saw, you had that Indian Pakistani woman.
Yeah,
she was in a happy place.
Talk about they want reparations and that.
No. There's another one. She's an actress, and she went on a show with some batty boy, Jakes here in America.
Jamila Jamil? Was it?
Yeah, I think it was her.
Yeah.
And then she basically said the British are like they're the most evil people in history. They're like the Thanos of and all that. And all these British people come out of the woodwork talking about no, we did good and all this stuff. No, you didn't. Okay, no, you didn't. And your legacy is not going to be one of civilization builders. No, because your civilization, if it was so great, what's up to it now? Why are you complaining on Twitter?
Yeah, you Brexited. Like you basically got your authority back. You as far as what it was that should have established the British Empire, you have that back. Yeah. You're not held back by Brussels. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, why can't you build up the north? Why, if these guys are such great civilization builders, right? Then all these cities outside of London should be like utopias.
Yeah. Oh, you know why? Because they rely on their elites.
If they cut off your funding, you become third world like everyone else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think they said if you remove London from like the GDP of the UK, it's like one of the lowest countries in the EU.
There's places, Edomite places in Liverpool and all them. That's bad, bro. It might as well be somewhere in Romania, bro. This is bad. That's why they voted Brexit, because they're like, right, we're being left behind. Oh, you got IQs though. I should just see skyscrapers popping up.
Brexit destroyed them.
Because
the fellow European brothers that was building this, really building this country, like the Polacks and all that. Them man were fucking. Them man built most of this place. And you get your buildings dilapidated, send in 10 Polish lads, they'll fix it. You wanted them all. Because remember that even years back, remember it was like they hated the Poles coming in. Fucking Polish.
Now they're best friends.
Exactly. Come on. Now they've kept their country. So
the British builders were shit.
They were. You're not half
bring
the
them
work.
in to fix something. There was TV shows on how they'll fuck up building everything.
They'll fuck up building everything.
Then the Polish come in, like half the price, doing a legendary job.
They got the skills from back home.
breaks.
Yeah, no tea, the fucking tea breaks, bro.
The Brexit,
but they might be drunk though.
Tisky.
Brexit was really holding this country. I mean, Brexit, the EU was holding this country.
Well, yeah, because a lot of the funding for the north of England
was from the
coming
EU.
through the EU foundation. So when they left the EU, they cut all that funding.
The farmers as well.
Yeah.
Farmers as well. They were getting a piece, and it took them several years for the government to come back and start actually giving what the EU was giving the British farmers. The government was like, yeah, we'll replace it, and they didn't for several years.
Yeah, of course. Yep. So we don't want to hear about all that, man. But anyway, let's carry on.
Back in 2nd Ezra 16, verse 7. No, verse 6, it says, like verse 5, plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
Yeah, those plagues are talk about the nuclear missiles, man. Because that's going to be the end all and be all of this society, man. And that's what the brothers and the saints of the Heavenly Father, representing the elect, are patiently waiting for, man. For this place to go up in boom, man, up in smoke. So we can start off afresh. The kainos, a new kingdom when dwelleth.
That's it.
New heaven and earth when dwelleth righteousness, man.
With a proper ruler.
Yeah, man.
You had your chance.
Time and chance.
You Edomites, you're right. You had your chance when you had the supremacy and the world was in your hands, and all you did with it was evil. That's all you did. You had your chance, and this world that's corrupt and falling apart is what you created. This is your. So stop blaming immigrants. The immigrants are part of the world that you created.
You're the rulers. It's down to the rulers.
You did that. You purposely, when you went to them, me and this brother, we talk about it all the time. When they left these so-called African countries, you can't just up and leave because there's people that weren't trained to handle the infrastructure. Because you purposely made it where if you're a local, you weren't educated. So that it was the Edomites that were educated to be able to do certain things. So once you left, there was obviously a gap. And that's what you find, like most places went down, but now they started going up once they started replacing the education. But you did that on purpose. You kept people uneducated.
Yeah, like they like to do that with Zimbabwe, innit? You know, Rhodesia.
Yeah.
Once they want to look at once we left, look at it today and whatnot. Whoa, hold on, you left and you baked, like you just said.
Which they use they use what they call it, they're picking particular pictures.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
of course,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Of course, bro.
Yeah,
Of course, bro.
But yeah, go on,
Because
man, finish your point.
Yeah, but that's the truth. You know, you left people, you leave people uneducated, you destroyed factories that were there building things and whatnot. How can people restart when you destroyed it?
That's a
And then
common
when
thing.
they do try to, sorry, bro.
No, I'm just saying back, you know, that's a common thing that they do.
Yeah.
If they go to war, they go, we're going to liberate these people and
destroy
leave
it.
the shit off.
Well, the proof of that, you mentioned in back in the colonial past, well, even when they fucking killed Gaddafi, Libya's a dump. Libya's fucked.
Did the same thing in Egypt, Libya.
Libya's fucked. When Gaddafi was there, Gaddafi gave everyone free electricity,
Free
he
education.
gave them free education,
Free
So
housing.
all these evil dictators, free housing, newlyweds. If
taking
he
care of
promoted marriage and people having babies. When you had babies, the government would give you money.
Wow.
You know, the government would give you money.
Proper welfare system.
A proper system. And even if there was studies in Libya that basically Libya,
Who kills us, man?
They made him butt us naked and raped him. Look what they did to him, man.
See, we should have just extradited him to the British.
well, yeah, but they killed him because he was such an evil dictator. He was such an evil dictator. But look at the country now; it's left into these.
Worse.
these,
And they don't talk about it.
Wild West out there.
They don't talk about it, man.
Venezuela, same thing.
Yeah.
Like as soon as they made a huge show of taking out Maduro, then they replaced it with like his second in command, and bro, you ain't heard shit.
Yeah.
And it's just, I'm like,
That's
well,
it.
yeah, it's been, and the thing is, it was desolate before.
Yeah.
So then it's like
Because of American policies.
Yeah.
Right? They've been destroying that place for years.
On
The Edomites, they actually caused the situation, and then that's what the script warranting that giveth unto his neighbor strong Jake. The same thing goes for Jake. Jake, in Britain or Jake in America or wherever we are, right? We're a product of a history. It didn't just they want to make it look like these bugged out. Which every Jake ain't like that, by the way. There's quite a few professional Drakes and all that stuff, right? But there is an element among Jake here that's extremely damaged. And what he wants to make it look like is that the damaged section is just your IQ, and you would know, bro. This is a generational thing from one
What we used to go into nurture and nature.
nurture and nature. If you get traumatized, right, the next generation is gonna pay for that trauma. Because trauma carries on. It's like the crack epidemic. The crack epidemic didn't just affect the actual crackheads that took the crack.
Crack babies.
It affected the children and just the people in the community in general, and that set the community back. You got Jake coming out of slavery with no education.
Yeah, even in England, England's a very skullduggerous place. England's a very sorry, bro.
So you come out of slavery. So you take Brazil for instance, right? You had all the people working on the plantations, yeah, and the only thing they did was work. You didn't have the option to be educated beyond what Esau needed you for. So it wasn't like, if I got my freedom, I could be a doctor. Like, no, bro, you were born and you were cutting sugarcane, and that's all you needed to know. So that's all Esau allowed you to know.
You ain't gonna be no doctor anyway.
Because you ain't gonna be no doctor. They banned you from reading, and then now they say, you got your freedom. Yeah, okay. So what are you gonna do with your freedom? You're gonna either go into the jungle and try and survive, even though you've got no knowledge or no resource of that, or you stay on the plantation and do what you've always done.
Yeah, and then when they made a skill out of that, because even like growing watermelons takes skill. The Jakes after like post-slavery Jakes, they had farming skills. They would grow these watermelons, and that was their hustle. That became demonized. The watermelon, with the Jake, with the chicken,
And then they
watermelon,
get you with the finance.
Yeah.
Because you're starting
destroyed all that.
from the bottom, and you're not supposed to. I hate all this talk about, make something out of nothing. Only the Most High can make something out of nothing. That's not true.
Pull yourself up by the
I feel like God. Stop saying that shit, son. No one does something out of nothing. It's impossible. Only the Most High can make something out of. Yahweh Shai can do it, yeah. He can make something out of nothing. You need something to make something. No civilization just popped up and man went in one day, just went from 0 to 100. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to have a foundation. When we left Egypt, What did we leave Egypt with?
The substance.
Skills, knowledge, and money. Man, and the Lord made sure that we left
He
with
let us spoil
silver.
them. He let us spoil them.
Because in order for you to do anything in the world throughout all history, you need capital.
Yeah.
You need something to sustain you while you're building.
That's
You
how
can't-
all these damn communities get rich in front of you, because they got networks.
They have the capital.
Yeah, they got-
If you don't have the capital, you've already started in a weak way.
Oh, let me
If
grab
I
preset.
start a
Let me
business
grab a
with no
preset.
capital and you start a business with capital, you can afford to make a loss for a long time. And I can't. These are the facts.
But then even when we landed in the land, what we were given? Houses that we didn't build.
You have to have stuff. Even if someone gives you a farm, right? And okay, I'm gonna farm the land, bro. You're gonna die before that food comes. So you already had to have something. You had to have something to feed your family while you're farming. Otherwise, what are you gonna do? Oh, we'll wait till the fucking corn grows and then we'll start eating. So you need money in your pocket to pay your men, to pay your laborers. You always need something to make something. You don't make. So when Jake come out of slavery with nothing, okay, you're already cooked. That's why in the law you're supposed to give your a slave
Something,
liberally
yeah.
from your flock. So man's got sheep, man's got money. So when he goes back home, he ain't broke pocket.
You notice it was the slave owners that got the reparations, not the slaves.
Yeah, that's it. Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender.
So the sharecropping, you got the sharecropping situation, and anytime you got to borrow, you're already cooked. It's best when you can just use your own money. That's why rich families, they can get the 0% because they control that. But if you're from a rich family, it's better if your dad can give you £1 million that you ain't got to pay back to do
With
what
interest,
you're doing.
yeah.
Exactly. Like imagine if you're gonna become a dentist now, right? You got two people becoming a dentist. You got Jake who's gonna now go and put himself into debt to become a dentist. Or you got an Edomite who his family's got bread and his dad's like, we've already got the money there to pay for your degree. Now when you now become a dentist now, you got this debt on you that you need to pay off before you start even making proper bread. My man ain't got no debt, so he's already up. His wealth is just building. How does that then now affect their children? Because chances are, when you have your children, you're still paying off your debt.
Exactly.
Whereas my man, he's already saving money for his children.
I've seen something in Los Angeles, for example, that a lot of them stores are owned by Koreans, like hurry up and buy it. Then it's a society, those Korean stores. And they, for generations, put their kids through college, like easy, off of the money they're making from the corner store. So them kids are going debt free. Then guess what? They go on to become dentists and doctors and different high-end lifestyles, high-end jobs with no debt. No debt, bro, off of that. So it's a whole different level to come up from nothing to coming up with help. It's two different worlds, man.
And if I can
I
say,
don't want to hear that shit.
It's two different worlds, man.
You need something to make, and that's why when we go into the kingdom, even when we start the kingdom now, we ain't starting the kingdom with nothing. Hell no. We gonna have slaves. We gonna have gold and silver. We gonna have all the resources.
James 5, bro. We're gonna,
damn
spoil them,
magician.
So you're going to vomit up the rich.
we're gonna bomb it up exactly, because it's one thing starting at the bottom and building your, what Jake had to do. But it's another thing, your family just got it like that. You can live free.
Even another, if I can say this as well, another advantage Edomites have always had is being able to be hired sooner and promoted sooner. And if people underestimate how much difference it makes being promoted 10 years earlier.
yes, yeah.
Because the wealth you can amass and what you can do with your life changes. And there was one Jake I used to work with that said that to me. He said, yeah, look at this. This white boy here, he'll get promoted to the job at 25, right? You'll get promoted at 45. That's 20 years. So they'll eventually give you the promotion, but you'll get it 20, 25 years later after bare man, you've been passed over bare times. He's at 20 years of earning how much more than you?
That's it.
So what difference has that made to his life and his children's life compared to you?
In the Cooper Bowl, they'll let them Edomites make fuck up mistakes as well.
They come in young as well. They get young managers,
You're out the door,
young
blood.
CEOs.
Bro, they're the original DEI. If
right.
anyone's been receiving DEI from the very beginning, it's always been Edomites who have been failing upwards, right? And getting jobs because of their uncle or because of their cousin.
Yeah, nepotism.
Yeah, like
That's what I was
nepotism.
gonna say, that nepotism is
Hella
been
mediocre.
the
Trump started out
baseline.
young. Trump started out young. He was failing, bankrupting all his dad's businesses.
Yeah.
And he still was like, they're still getting up there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Edomite, and I've seen it in the corporate world. Don't let Edomite learn on the job and lose the company
Fuck up the whole
millions.
shit.
And then, like, as a Jake, you gotta be three
Bro, you
times.
can't have a bad
The
day.
perfect,
You can't have a bad day.
Can't have a bad day. The perfect movie for that was Trading Places. It showed you that. Motherfucking Dan Aykroyd was a prep school rich boy that had the business in his family business in his They made that dollar bet, the windfalls. They made that the Dukes of Edom. They made that dollar bet and they gave it to Valentine,
That's
which
it.
is Eddie Murphy's character. And the guy did well.
Yeah.
The funny thing is they were saying, do you know how stocks work? And then he's from the street. They were talking about orange, and he looked at the camera like I don't know what orange is. Like, you know, because they think Jake is stupid, but they made the point was proven. They took a Jake and they proved to your environment is what shapes you. They
A lot of
proved
these
it.
Jakes, the only reason they make stupid choices, right, is because why? You have a media system that promotes people to make look the whole idea of a Jake getting money, and as soon as he gets money, he goes and buys all kind of diamond chains. It's all ramifications. They've got that from rappers. If you were listening to flipping rock music, that wouldn't even happen. You might end up with a cocaine habit, but that won't happen. Specifically, the rappers made Jake think that this is what you need to do when you get money. It's a social engineering thing, and then who set that up? Because who gave Jake the money to do that? It's the so-called Jew. They're the ones that say, this is the image we want you to have. And they'll take you down to the jewelry store and of the advance that they lend you, make you buy this chain and look this way. Yeah, you need to look like this.
They won't tell you to go invest and buy property.
Yeah.
They won't tell you to go buy property because they know that's how you make it.
And that's why it's only Jake. Who do you see flashing massive wads of cash here and throwing it around in the air? That's a Jake thing, but how did we get that? That come from the stripper culture and the media.
I've got
They will
preset.
never show you the Jakes that, because you had Jakes for generations that know about buying land, etc.
They won't show them. They won't get a platform and they won't be put on a pedestal because they don't want the young Jakes to learn the right way. And then when Jake then learned the wrong way, they point and say, see, that's why you can't give a nigga money.
I got it.
Like this Floyd Mayweather guy. And they boosted this man that worship Floyd. Floyd's an idiot, man.
Like that guy, you know who's smart, that rapper, Chameleon, you seen Rolling? That guy took that money and invested it in the tech world. And now he's gone clear. No, they don't talk about him.
But Floyd, talk about him. And then niggas worship the money team. And now look, the Jays took it all back. All of it, they took it. You see Floyd will come up on the Instagram and he's like, yeah, I'm in a hotel room, man. Hey, how much this hotel room cost? I don't even know. I'm like, bro, why are you on Instagram? And every time I see you, all you're talking about is how much money you have and how frivolous you are with money. This isn't normal. You don't see no one else doing that. But it's a social engineering. And then the young Jakes see that, they think it's cool, and then they copy that behavior. They emulate that behavior. So
Adrian tried to copy it.
Adrian copied him. Look at Adrian now.
He ended up broke.
So it's really a lot of that goes back to Esau too.
Yeah, can I grab this? It's Habakkuk 2:15.
So it's envy, not the prosperity. Wicked, man.
choose none of his ways.
None of his ways.
That's right.
Don't follow these celebrities, man. These gays. They're gays. Floyd's gay as well, by the way. They're all gay. Floyd, Broner, Tank. They're all in relationships.
Yeah.
Big bro. Don't talk about Big Bro. Big Bro was giving you the big D. That's why you acting like that. Yeah, man, these niggas is all gay. Don't listen to these black celebrities. Don't follow them. Don't copy them. Don't act like them.
Don't idolize them.
Read the scriptures, man, and be real men. Don't act like these fools that they put up, these characters that they want the young man to think is cool. So emulate them and be like them, because your results are gonna be cooked.
Yeah.
It's already hard enough.
Habakkuk 2:15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
That's what they do. So they've set up a whole culture. The MTV so-called black culture didn't come about by itself. That culture was funded and given a platform. Because who's running the platforms that gets your eyes to see things?
Jays, isn't it?
They own the TV. They know who they want to put on TV. And even if you want to bring it to the modern day, they run the algorithm.
Yeah.
They can control what gets pushed in your algorithm, what don't get pushed. Just like that. Andrew Tate weren't relevant about a month ago, and in the last 2 weeks, the man's on my feed just constant.
Yeah.
That's because someone flipped a switch. They can put certain people in your algorithm. Adrian Broner, they'll force him into your algorithm, where everywhere you look, it's just Broner.
Him and Dean the Great now.
Taking over the
And you think it's natural. It's not natural. They can do that. They can say, yo, flood the algorithm with this
Then
guy.
it's come out that, you know, the IRL, they just got bots on their live streams. It's really not even real
Yeah.
people.
And then so they fabricate and they push things into your brain. And if you're a young person and you're just consuming that content,
You think it's real.
it's
like,
destroying your mind, man.
Bieber was the start of that ingraining. And what I mean by that is they made it seem like Bieber was just found on YouTube. Right, so push that idea of you can just go on YouTube and it's organic. And it's like there's nothing. It was the same with PewDiePie, same with KSI. It's really when you watch them people, you're like, what the hell is this shit? But it was to push that idea that the algorithm is organic. But it is not.
It's not organic.
It's not organic at all.
And at least the people that got the deals back in the 80s had more talent. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Lee all these people was really talented with what they were doing. They got Michael Jackson, as much as these guys.
Now these kick deal guys, they're just
Who the fuck? This is
I was gonna say, bro, it's like that Rakai super diva.
But you
That
know,
guy
they-
is someone said it's like he's surgically presented to make people racist. Like,
But
They throw so much money in them.
And is the streaming 24/7 or something?
Yeah, it is. You can
some
do.
now they are that.
So then,
some
so
of the
then,
worst shit.
so then imagine that, yeah. Even Jake was affected by content, but you was only watching a little bit of it.
Now they
How
do
much
streaming
more?
for like a whole month,
Yeah, how much
30
more
days,
if you're just sitting there?
30 days,
It's the only
24
thing.
hours. That's crazy.
Bro, your
Like,
brain is
never
cooked.
Wake up. It's
Streaming
that's what I was like,
University,
bro,
streaming University, and all that.
yeah.
Kai Cenat. Like, they just show you how to just generate a whole
Bro,
society.
it's like your brain.
Bro,
generation.
years back.
Oh
remember,
yeah,
that's-
Boondocks did an episode on that with where it was Huey said he's gonna watch BT. Yeah, Huey said he's gonna watch BT every day for like weeks straight or something, like 2 weeks or a month straight or something. Then it was like by the end he was just behaving like a degenerate. And it was like Huey obviously was the one that was on point the whole of Boondocks. So it just shows it's like and that was BT. That's like at least some kind of formulation to it. The streaming is just pure confusion and mess.
Well, remember years back, Big Brother back in the day was like, oh, it's like you're watching people. Remember when that was a big thing? It just started coming. Yeah. Now the streaming is basically the YouTube and the internet world now, but that shows you it mirrors society. This is the society we're in now is the dumbest it's ever been. It's the shortest attention spans it's ever been.
Most
technological,
most stupidity.
that's ever been, bro. More of the technology, the most stupidity, more toxic,
All the TV shows,
everything's
bad as thing.
Oh my, bro, it's hell.
It's demonic, bro.
Watching
Love
hell on
Island
earth,
as well.
man.
Love Island is demonic, and it's all
like,
fake.
It's all that witchcraft. Because I see clips and I'm like, what?
hell
I'm
on
like,
earth,
who
bro.
are these people? Then I was like, oh, it's Love Island. I was like, bro, how is this on my fit? Like, what have I done to deserve
He's so
this?
Yeah, but
forces
you
it down your
can't even
throat,
avoid
man.
it anyway.
He's
You
so
can't try
forces
not.
it on you, man.
He forces it on you. Dude, yeah.
So now people living fake lives.
Yeah, they emulate it.
Yeah, they're emulating the script. So yeah, that's what the scripture says. Warranting that giveth unto his neighbor strong drink. Because then they'll turn around and then they'll look at they'll point to the degeneracy among Jake and say, oh, that's your IQ, and then and accuse them and then absolve them sort of any wrongdoing. Now that's not to say Jake don't have an accountability. As a Jake, every Jake has to be accountable for his own actions. So you don't think you can say, oh well, Esau made me do it, and then you're gonna get a pass. No, you need to repent and you need to choose the right way. But Esau's still gonna pay.
Yeah, suck. I was gonna say because Esau can be, but the Most High made me do it. So no,
Even the court of law, if you call someone to murder somebody, you pay the wrong. Yeah. In the court of law, so in the court of law, you still you have to be accountable to that. But he still doesn't want to be accountable. The scripture say he hold himself not guilty. Right? That he wants to be guiltless. I ain't nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
But you're part of the reason we are the way we are.
That's their culture. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
We gave him the rap culture.
We can show so many instances, like even Yardie culture, the gangster Yardie culture. Jamaica wasn't like that before that. Jamaica wasn't like that at all, man. That culture was inputted through a certain type of music and media, man.
Yeah, westerns. fucking cowboy westerns. Them cowboy westerns was the early gangster films of the time. Cowboy westerns. All they did in them movies was fucking massacre.
And the real Batman wear black in it.
If I'm not mistaken, you had is it called black exploitation?
Oh, the black exploitation.
And then what were they glorifying in that? Pimps.
Yeah, pimps, hustlers.
Hustlers.
Said,
You know what I'm saying? Bro,
the network had died, innit?
Even like with like NWA with the small hat manager, that guy was
Jerry Heller.
Clips
yeah.
restart, but then they just
But the
died.
90s, the hip hop music that before that was more like ghetto positive, conscious. It was people in poor that just made artistic music. Then you twisted it into some, you know,
Thug life.
and then obviously that correlated with the drugs era and all that. Then you know, even years back you had Superfly.
Which again goes
that's
back
the black
to Esau.
exploitation era. But Esau,
The crack,
Superfly,
you know,
exactly.
epidemic.
Proverbs 6 and 16. These 6 things doth the Lord Yahweh hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. An heart that deviseth wicked imaginations. Feet that be swift in running to mischief. A false witness that speaketh lies. And he that serveth discord among brethren.
Yeah, they divide Jake, man, and set up these gangs. A lot of these gangs as well got agents in there. Agents, man, Masons.
The thing you showed you?
Society people.
What was that?
Warriors.
The one with Getz?
The movie Warriors showed
So honestly, the one with Getz, what was that show with Getz, man? Supercell. Yes, and they show you at the end, didn't it?
Original Warriors, that movie. Yeah, the main guy. Yeah, that spirit. The main guy in the movie, if you see the movie Warriors, he climbs up on the big podium, he's talking to the different gangs. And he's talking to them, it's like a pyramid he's talking on. Cyrus. Showing you like basically most of the gangs, basically there's amongst those cliques, there's insiders.
Yeah, insiders, snitches. Well,
insiders that are
man.
working for the devil. And you, the lower level person, is just like, you think you're doing something, but you ain't. You're really just another cog on a lower level. Showed you that
have to get initiated.
initiations, but it showed you in the Warriors because he climbed up on the podium, he's speaking to the different cliques in the Warriors, and he was showing like a pyramid. He was showing you he's an insider. He's like one of the leaders. He's the leader, Cyrus.
100%.
Shows you, man.
I say whenever Jake trying to do something, you know, relatively positive, man, Esau's always there to break it down, to destroy it.
Or pay a nigga to take you out.
Yeah.
Because even before that culture before was more about, because remember, Jake, you had the Black Panther Party. It was about like protecting your community and whatever, you know, or whatever it is. But then it turns into Esau infiltrates.
Mainly because of the crack.
Exactly, the drugs,
Crack and the money that come with drugs.
exactly,
man.
the guns, the violence.
The easy money, because crack is witchcraft, man. You get people hooked and they keep coming back. Easy money.
Yeah.
Esau don't want you to be conscious, man. So that's how he devises all this COINTELPRO. He fucks up all like.
Yeah, you
all
talk
your
about it
plans.
all the time. How many that crack era? Remember, there was loads of Jakes here that were actually doing well for themselves.
Yeah, families.
Those are the ones that could afford the crack. Because remember, cocaine was a high society drug. So any Jake that, a lot of them Jakes that ended up on crack at first, the reason they was on crack is because they was on cocaine. So you could go to a party, and obviously there'd be cocaine on the table. Cocaine was a high society drug, and then but man didn't know what crack was. So it's like, oh, this is crack. It's like cocaine because crack comes from cocaine, not knowing that it's the devil. It's a completely different beast.
And when you mix, I'm sorry,
I was gonna say, I was just thinking, you know, Jake's on cocaine. Why are they on cocaine though?
Yeah.
They want to fit in.
Yeah, I've got that preset. I've got it. I've got it.
But the white man complain, oh, they don't want to assimilate.
Yeah.
It's gonna go fuck you up.
So a lot of them Jakes that were getting hooked on crack were like flipping doctors, nurses. These were people with jobs, engineers.
I've got a preset.
And it totally wiped them out, man.
But the thing is, when you mix that lifestyle as well with poverty, that's when you're gonna get madness. Because you get people in high society that, you know, don't have to lift a finger, that are fucking borderline drug addicts. Them motherfuckers them elites be, you know, they got sons that Hunter Biden, motherfuckers smoke £1 million worth of heroin and all that. And the dude, but it's a different when you're living in poor crab communities.
It's Wolf of Wall Street when they do it.
They're Wolf of Wall Street.
When people are dependent,
the bankers.
All they do is snort and fucking do drugs, and then they'll make a fucking £1 million in their account tomorrow. They live a different life.
Got a preset.
Fucking leaving.
Yeah.
Snorting crack and all that. Girls having sex in the toilets, on the table, in the office. All sorts. Just making bare money, scamming people. That's how Esau really lives. Them small hat.
Right, it showed you that in the movie, the Duke of Wellington. What's the Rothschild movie? You saw the movie with when they had the Duke of Wellington scene. They would just open up that little thing they got, do a few lines, and talk business.
Opium.
Opium.
Got something? Agrees on what you could. I thought I had the same thought. It says Proverbs 12:26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them.
Yeah. A lot of this stuff, hey, even if you want to talk about being an alcoholic and gambling, a lot of that was imported to the slaves from the poor whites that they imported from England. Yeah. Because they brought the alcoholism and the gambling from England over, and obviously you had the poor Edomites mingling amongst the Jake, and they brought them the way they speak too. Ebonics. Ebonics is basically from poor English whites. Because that's one of the things I really hate, where they try and act like everyone in England speaks the Queen's English. It's not true.
Bro,
it's not true.
I always get on them comment boards because I didn't, there's Adele had an interview and she said, my ex-husband always gets to her and says, it's not fruit, it's fruit, like, the difference in pronunciation. So they'll have you thinking they're all like some high flowers.
Most of England speaks mad, crazy. But if you're a Jake and you speak with an accent, that's when it becomes a problem. You're low IQ. No, Ebonics, even in America, the American Ebonics was you had the higher society whites. They inherited their speech from the Queen's speech. But the lower society whites was the ones that are around the blacks. So the blacks inherit their speech from them. So that's why Ebonics is the way it is and the way they pronounce their stuff. Same thing in the West Indies. The West Indian accent comes from Cornwall. It's a Cornish way of speaking. Cornish and Irish. It's not something we invented because we got low IQs. We got it from you. Fucking idiots. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of Jake's degenerate behavior they got from degenerate whites.
Fucking prisoners.
Yeah, because that's who they were bringing over. They were bringing over
That's
these,
why they're
these
crazy
lords.
ass Jaffites in Australia. They're like that because they're crazy Australian English prisoners came there with madness, bro.
But like Esau told a story, all Edomites were all high society. No, bro, they were in the pub, like, you know what I'm saying, like half naked, stabbing each other over flipping blackjack games. This is how it is.
Even now they say the average Brit has a reading ability of an 11-year-old. Like, in corporate you got a thing where like they tell you if you write a letter to somebody, you just gotta make the shit readable to a primary school aged person to make sure that nothing goes over their head.
That's who Jake was around. So Jake got picked up a lot of those bad habits and those bad ways, and then you got the bourgeoisie, the black bourgeoisie were copying the higher class whites. The lower class Jays was copying the lower class whites because they didn't bring it with them from Africa. No, they didn't. They weren't alcoholics when they were in Africa.
Have you heard a Nigerian speak English?
Hey, yo.
One that's fresh from Nigeria.
Automobile.
They're using the top
locomotive.
See, it's funny because I was going to say English, but see, after England left colonialism, when people from colonial countries came, they spoke better English than the fucking white people here. They were more studied and all that. I'm talking about, them people that came in from Ghana and Nigeria, the old generation, them guys, the West Indians, they were speaking like
they were middle class.
That be still true today.
That's
because you got these children that grow up and learn different things in Africa. They've come here and outspeak and outdo maths and all these things.
Shit, well, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Even the exam they make people do when you come from the West Coast to get naturalized, most British people couldn't answer the questions.
But they know what they know. Yeah, bro.
And there's an English element to it as well, where it's like you got to prove that you can speak English to a certain level. Right, and stuff like that. So you might have been educated, and that's the thing that they don't like to speak about is in a lot of African, so-called African places, depending on your colonizer, that's your national language. So if you go to places like Ghana, Zimbabwe, the national language is actually English. Yes, you've got local languages and stuff like that, but English is then you go the French colonied one. Yeah, it may become a bit more what's the word? Creole or that sort of variants, but it's exactly which got Angola and them regions as well. Portuguese, they speak very well, right?
Martinique, the French, them were speaking better French them Martinique man coming to France was speaking better
Yeah.
French than them actual
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
That's
a
crazy, bro.
scouser, man. Look, they might not know what Jamie Carragher's saying, but
Yeah.
I've got something to back that up. Job 30:8. They were children of fools, yea, children of basemen.
Yeah.
They were violent than the earth.
yeah, they were vile people. This idea, and this is what the system of white supremacy has done. It's whitewashed Esau and who they really are. So you think about Esau, you got people talking about how before immigrants come to London, there was no crime. Are you insane?
Crime
Are you insane?
Mad.
Like,
Jack the Ripper
like-
and them man like.
Bro,
It
are
was-
you insane?
it was
And then when
dirty,
you actually
dingy.
do the history, there was knife gangs.
blinders.
There was, come on, bro. There was bodies floating down the Thames.
Famous killers, man.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah, man, that's a legendary
Legendary
killer.
killer, man.
Like, man in fucking in the middle of Asia
You know,
somewhere,
Jack.
in the middle of Africa, know about fucking.
Oh,
Jack
when the
killers
immigrants
from
come
hell,
to, if you go to London in the 70s, it was great, and then the immigrants come, bro, and then there were slums in London in the 70s.
My-
you know what I'm saying? Like what are you talking about?
My
man?
aunt, my uncles would say different, man.
Bro.
The 70s was not.
They were even worse.
It was worse. You
They
could
were
die in
worse.
the fucking. There's no
Yeah.
camera.
Bro,
Well,
they romanticized themselves and their history, and then you
They'll
go
stab
back
you
and say,
up,
what
man.
was the Wild Wild West all about? What was you doing then? What was you Edomites doing? The cowboys and all that, riding around with their guns. They were just murdering people and doing all kind of crazy stuff.
Taking
That's what he
land.
said.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Highwaymen.
Yeah, that's it. I was gonna say, ask all of the people you interacted with during that time, man. They ain't gonna say that you came to bring peace. Look at India, man. They say the partition of India killed 2 to 3, bare millions of people. That's your history, man.
No, they were all just no, man. Let's not play these games, man. You Edomites, man. You're not this. You're not elves. They try and make it look like they're the elves from fucking Lord of the Rings.
Nothing prestigious about it.
No, you got a few higher class people, but the rest of you were just low level Neanderthals. Man. This
Bruv, they got the new game out, Assassin's Creed, right? Black Flag, I think.
The pirate one.
The pirate one is based in the Caribbean in Port Royal.
Yeah,
The new
the
Assassin's
privateers,
Creed.
the buccaneers.
And they show you the junkies that was the ones that we were talking about before.
Yep.
Those
Yep.
are the ones that was catching slaves,
Yeah.
a bunch of alcoholics.
They were working on behalf of like the crown
Yeah, the
and all
British
that.
crown and all that.
Yeah.
But they were
And
murderers.
Spain had their own pirates.
Yeah.
All these
Well,
different.
it's
The Portuguese. Yeah, practice
There's even like Pirates of the Caribbean. I watched that recently.
Yeah, same shit.
Like the reason you had Jake in the mix on a lot of the ports is because it would be like escaped slaves and whatnot. But for them, it's like, what the fuck can they do to survive?
join in with
But
the
then it's like, for a lot of the English, they were either hired by their state, hired by independent, like the East India Company or whatnot,
Yeah.
where they would have been like, oh, get our merchandise back, whether it be slaves or whatever. So
And it was a way for a low level, like I think we spoke about last week, a low level peon to get a leg up in life by making
That's
some
why they did money. They loved it. Yeah. Some of them, they made big, and some of them dudes got so rich they bought their way into politics. Their family is still there today. They go back, they trace their lines. Their great whatever was a fucking real pirate. Now he's got a suit on, calling.
Now your
shots.
grandson goes to private school, but that's not who you were. You never went no private school. He's a cutthroat from fucking the Isle of Dogs somewhere. So it's just yeah, man. These Edomites, man, it pisses me off the way they romanticize themselves as if they're these civilized people. When we know that you had gangs of white youth, the hooligan culture, where did that come from? The UK, Britain, has well known got a hooligan culture where these Edomites would just meet up and just beat each other up, stab each other, glass each other in the face.
When England lost, the feds were on high alert. They put out all
Domestic
sorts of alerts.
case, yeah.
England domestic abuse. is about to
And the
go.
English are known to go to other people's countries.
And there were feds everywhere.
And it wasn't Jake. But you see, all that will be ignored, and then they'll see Jake fighting in Stratford somewhere. See, low IQ, the low IQ nuns. You know, they got low impulse control. Meanwhile, you men are known for flipping fighting in the streets.
A man losing the game is
And your wife is cooked.
She's just like,
They were going nuts in the pub. This
You know,
World Cup.
in the kitchen just shaking, stirring the beans.
Little Mo from EastEnders.
One video, the Edomite has laid out his woman and the kids was there. They was all trying to fight.
oh yeah, I saw that one.
man
It was
that's
in
jumping
like
the
after the finals.
He just laid out his woman and fighting.
and then like the kids were both trying to stop him,
like, we did
and
it,
then, like they were used to him just
Stop it, man,
stopping out
grab
his
him,
wife.
fucking
was
up.
like,
But they're
bro,
the
what's
same
going
ones
on,
that will
bro?
have their children running around the estate naked, man. Remember that shit. Just have them just, they're like the same
Yeah,
age.
this
you're
brother
like,
knows
oh,
because we grew up around
That's
these
what I'm
damn
saying.
low lives. They were stealing lead off the top of, stealing the lead off the. Don't listen. We know about you Edomites.
Bro, that's what it-
You were stealing the lead off houses. You were stealing the copper wires
yeah,
from the
yeah,
signaling system in the trains. You know all up that Upney and all that. They used to steal the copper wiring
remember
for the
that.
signal failures.
you see, it's this
And it weren't no Jake doing that. It was Edomites, white boys, stealing anything that's not nailed down. They were stealing. How many bikes? How many bikes you've had stolen growing up, bro? Bare bikes.
you know all about
Yeah,
that.
bare
You're
bikes,
from that
bro.
area,
What they
right?
used to do back, you know, what they used to do by King's Cross. They will go and basically they will climb down to the where the train. You know where you can get onto the train lines, basically. And then what they do is, you know, the slow trains that come in the night that are open. You jump in there because some of them they got like cars and things go by. Then they'll just be robbing radios and that's
Either
them.
man. No, but that doesn't.
Dropping
Bro,
off each route.
graffiti.
Okay.
And they go Saturday.
The idea that immigrants are the ones that brought crime is
It's
so retarded. It's so like disingenuous
had to
man,
do
to the
things,
reality. Like,
Even they came out recently with the whole Argentina thing as well. They had a private jet community, brought them pirates over there, and then they
Killed them.
decimated them all, bro. Had man on the front line fighting wars, saying, yeah, you
yeah,
get
that's
your
why
freedom.
we're glad Argentina got cooked. Let's carry on with the precepts, man.
And messy kids, man.
So can I? Sorry, it's like I was looking something up, and it's just the pure racism of Esau, right? So it's because I asked the robot, I was like, okay, amount of rest during Royal Ascot, which that's a predominantly Edomite thing, right? So it says 50 individuals. It says this accounts for a very small minority of the 300,000 attendees. So I said, oh, let me see how they report on Carnival, right? And it weren't trying to say any of that. It was just say 500 arrests. We weren't trying to give no padding. Yeah, 2 million people go there, and you got 500 arrests. It's like I was just
No, but
looking up, but that's
what
Esau.
a perfect example. Reading Festival, them white boys go there, bear rape, yeah, and unlimited drugs. But it's not policed the same as the carnival. And them Edomites, listen, let me say something about them Edomites, yeah? They be doing a lot of rapes.
Yeah.
The date raping thing was an Edomite thing
And
to do.
inbred as well. That's a big thing I found out about.
The what?
Inbreeding. Like
Oh,
they
yeah,
do a
yeah.
lot of
Shit.
inbreeding.
They be
They have
doing
sex
that.
with their daughters. Yeah.
You know that whole thing about girls going out and they gotta protect their drink? That didn't come from Jakes. Jakes don't be going out spiking women's drinks.
What they do now is they throw that great coach on Elam, innit? Now,
Yeah.
No,
they
Esau-
participate in it, but
us-
Esau's
bro, you see that thing? You see that thing? What's it called? You know that movie with Denzel when he's the Uber driver and the gal they drop it down.
The Equalizer.
The Equalizer. That's a real thing that these
Yeah,
Edomites
bro.
be doing,
And,
right?
and these were like Wolf of Wall Street guys.
Now
Yeah.
that happened, but obviously not how the movie showed it. I was in with one of them cabbies, and he's like, yeah, one night, some guys came in with a girl. It was 3 dudes with a girl, and he said she was out of it, and he could tell that they'd given her something. And he said when he got to the house to drop them off, they was trying to like take her out of the car, to take her back into the yard to do their thing. And he was like, nah, you ain't taking her
Equalize them.
nowhere. Nah, but he didn't. Obviously, he ain't
Equalize them.
They threw my man in jail.
And then
Denzel fucked them up real quick.
yeah, Denzel. But I'm just showing that this happens in real life. And then
Yeah,
he
really
said
does.
that they ended up having to leave her there. Then he's like got her phone and managed to find out where she lived. And then when she told her dad, the dad was like, yo, where their man at? And he wanted to go back there. But these Edomites have been date raping,
They've
bro.
been doing it from day.
And it's not being reported. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been roofing women all the
Yeah,
time.
I think it's like memory loss as well with it, so they wouldn't even know.
Yeah,
what
they've
happened.
been
Unless
doing
they
it,
might
man.
just thought I got smacked.
But
And
now
then I
the
got
face
home or
of the
whatever.
face of it is immigrants. But
And you see
really,
in their community, sorry,
no, go on.
no, I'm saying in their communities, let's say, this stuff happens so much, but you see the police code, what happens as well is a lot of it just gets
Swept under the
Yeah.
rug.
It happens a lot, especially in their own environments. This shit goes down.
Bro,
Yeah.
bro, I'm
Goes
telling
down.
you, Reading Festival, because my woman worked security there. She said, yeah, just bare gal. So they're getting roofied or whatever in the tent,
Yeah,
and they're getting raped. Like,
yeah, bro.
like she told me, bare gal. She worked security there. That's what they're doing. They just get the gal, give her this drug, give her that thing, get in the tent, rape them, and she don't know what's going on.
Exactly what's going on.
But they're not going to report that a certain way. But if one girl gets raped at carnival, not even that, man, give her the one wicked wine on the tree. And man's all on the Twitter going, man, look at these lot, what is he doing? Man's in the tree, daggering, man.
Yeah.
But if I'm like one of them and they want to do that, the headline story, they'll get Tommy Robinson.
Yeah. Protect our women.
They're raping our women.
Yeah, that's all. They do it.
They
bro,
do it,
their
man.
communities in their bro. That's very true. That whole raping stuff goes down in deep in their communities, bro. It's regular.
And the thing you mentioned, the incest thing, it's like with the younger girls at home, that shit happen. The thing is like, man, I know that what like I've dealt with them cases. It's like that shit happens on a scale you wouldn't even believe. That's what it's like commonly. Like there's so many times. And it can be like girl to girl, even boy to boy, all that. Like it's just pure mess is happening. It's just not. It's not reported because it's the mess.
Yeah, because then when you add on top, the adult entertainment pushes that heavy.
Bro,
You know.
one girl from school, her brother wanted to fuck her because she
Damn.
was old. He said, "Let me have it."
That's crazy.
Whoa, he was in my year and his sister was in your year. You know.
Damn.
He said he wanted it.
Yo, I should have beat him up for that.
He was a weirdo as
I had
well.
to beat him up straight away.
Damn.
Whoa, that's an Edomite. That's like normal.
Bro, it goes down. It happens.
It goes. If you live around, if you grow up around him,
Yeah, weird.
it's not-
Well, we know
yeah,
because
a
we
lot of
grew up. We
them-
probably
Bro,
said
there
we
was.
grew up
I
around
remember it
them.
was reported multiple times in the news in like where we grew up, like saying, "Oh, the brothers and sisters were caught on camera."
Damn.
In a section, like it was in the station, in the lift in the station.
Damn.
Where it was caught. There was CCTV on there. Said like images. So
Damn.
I'm like, bro, it's like
The thing is, in the hey,
Bro said he had a preset as well. Sorry.
Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith.
Right, he ain't upright. Esau wants to paint himself like he's the righteous man trying to control all these wicked heathens on the planet. And if only I could just get rid of all these blacks, everything would just be righteous and there would be no crime. And no, this is a lie, man. Esau's a big criminal in the earth. Right? And if they don't do the criminal where they live, they'll export it. So if they don't do the crime here, they'll wait, save up to go to Thailand to do the crime. And they,
well, those places are
what
basically
the
military.
paedophile thingy Chicago was talking. He showed me on BBC3. There was the paedophile that was going over to there. Then there's like certain villages. There'll be like the 10 village head or the church or whatever. Like he would negotiate with them. Then they would let him get to kids and whatnot. Then he'll get the wholesale images and whatnot and sell on the dark web after. And it's like, bro, it's like everyone knows that's what them man are there for.
Well, now in the
It's our
Philippines
industry.
and stuff, they're starting to like banish them so-called ministry guys. It's always, and you know what? It's always the creepy bull cracker, man. You know, it's always that creep fucking weirdo Edomite. They're starting to banish them now, capture them. Whereas years back they were having free reign. Now even them heathens are, what the fuck are these people doing over
They
here?
outsource whenever they go to these places, they bring the drugs. They bring like barley. Barley now is just bare drugs and that because these Edomites are going over
And they
there,
stop
man.
off for crime. They do their drug dealings there. They fucking drug a lot of them criminals, UK criminals. They get caught in Bali, in Thailand.
That's where Fredo right now. My guy I work with, you know,
Fredo was over there.
one of these Jakes. He told me because he lets me know all the he's in that life, innit? So he told me like the move right now is everyone's going Bali and picking up a bit, going to Dubai, and then trying to ship it over there.
And that's
Yeah, so when
Edomites.
he told me
Edomites
that-
infiltrated Bali
it, yeah,
and they've
yeah.
basically destroyed them.
Just like they did with just like years back, the play was what it still is. It's Spain. The Costa del Sol.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah,
all the
yeah,
fucking English criminals would go Gibraltar and all these places.
The
And
other
then
one,
they'd have to
Marbella,
and then they'd have to deal with. They basically made it a hub for their
Criminal hub, yeah.
criminality. And then the Spanish authorities, they know what's going on. They
free
get
of
paid
today.
off. Yeah.
Certain man get through, certain man get.
It's just the whole world of crime. It's Esau's a criminal, bro, on a whole
That's
level.
why Dubai as well. Dubai's a hotspot as well because it's like a safe haven.
Oh,
They know they won't. If you're enemies in that same country, it's like you both know anything is a bit on top. That's why they call Callahan over there, you know.
The color, another criminal.
Yeah.
And what does the scripture says? The scripture says, the Malachite, they are the border of wickedness.
Yeah,
So anywhere on the planet Esau is, bro, this world is just
Guarantee it.
it's just wickedness everywhere, and you can't stop it until the Lord comes.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. It's just wickedness every corner you go.
Great. Read this, yeah. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Yeah, that's what Esau with the system of white supremacy and their programming. And I actually was going to do a video on it on the British, because the British, they got the best PR on the planet because of Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Because of Hugh Grant and all these guys, man.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh shit. See? Man got away though, man. You got they have an image when they think about Britain of the sophisticated. And I asked ChatGPT and it broke it down. It said, yeah, that doesn't match their history. They're savage people. But he says, yeah, the media, through the media and Shakespeare and all these different things, they get to promote this image that the British people to be sophisticated. That's why everyone thinks we're soft. You get me? Not knowing that the reality is these are man are a bunch of low-level Neanderthals, man.
This is one of the most violent countries in the world.
America is our son. Son America.
Any given Friday, Saturday night, it's just bare arms.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? But they make it look like it's Jake. No, Edomites. Just arms in it out outside
Especially
the pub.
especially in them fucking sailor towns, Portsmouth, and my God, them dudes are fucking violent as all hell.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my,
What, up in Scotland, Glasgow and all that?
Oh yeah.
They were violent as hell, man.
Oh, Liverpool, Manny.
Oh man. It's this is the culture of Britain is just pure violence. It's the culture of Britain. The women fight, the fucking men, everyone just smash each other with a glass.
Women have got fucking. You think these Edomite white, you know, they'll think like these Edomite white women are like dainty and all. No, see them on a night out, man. They're drunk out there,
drink more than you can.
All over.
Nice. I used to when I was first working in one bar, right? I was working in one bar by Bethnal Greenway, brother. Every weekend it was just Edomite families smack you fucking. And then the manager like, you get involved. You're like, I don't want to even get glasses. You get me? Like you have to. They were just smashing glasses every weekend.
And they're funky people too. They do a lot of nastiness in the toilets, on the train. So the C2C on a night, coming from London, going back out to their ends, bro. It's just nasty. There's food everywhere, shit, piss, vomit, everything, man. Bro, you know what I'm saying? The
public restrooms are all hell.
Like Ting will just vomit on herself, just pass out. Then it's a stop. She wakes up, just walks home in that state.
The thing is, other Europeans, you go to other parts of Europe, it's cleaner. It's very
Germany
clean.
is fucking.
They don't even.
All that.
It's clean as hell.
But you got this little enclave. You got the little enclaves of sophisticated British people. But that's not the majority, man. But they got good PR. But then Jake ain't got no PR. For Jake, it's like the worst version of Jake gets to represent everyone all the time.
Every Jake on the planet.
You know, these Edomites can go out on a Friday night. I've seen it. Have full-on brawls, man, face claret everywhere, and the police will come, and they'll be like, oh, like what should we do? And I'm thinking, that's a freight. If it was a group of black guys that had a fight, we're all getting nicked. Chris Brown got nicked. Chris Brown got nicked. Bro, the police are supposed to arrest you bare minimum. It's a freight, but man's got claret. So that's GBH, ABH, everything. I've seen the BTP just like, yeah, you know what, man, just let them go.
Yeah, bro.
Because it's like, charge it. It's just a bunch of.
It's gonna happen again.
It's just Jack the lads.
When it comes to the white way, he don't want to do the paperwork. When it comes to Jake, no, you've got to make sure the paperwork.
The bully vans are turning up and you're all getting a record. That's how it goes, man. Every Friday, every Saturday, they terrorize. When the football games are on, they're going around, boom, banging on everything, breaking things. Bro, the most childish behavior. Anyone that's worked in the city. The most childish behavior you'll ever find is these Edomite men, grown men, sliding down the escalator. What are you doing? Flipping and breaking his leg or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you do that? You're a grown man. I've seen man twist his damn leg down there off.
But even them islands, you know what I mean? Those Greek islands, where they made it like party capitals from like the 80s and 90s.
Vomit everywhere.
The locals
Yeah, they
hate
turn
them,
up.
man.
They hate them.
But it's just they just, you know, like they're trapped living there. They ain't got a choice. They fucking have to.
Bringing in
The
the
old
money,
ladies have to clean up piss every morning from the party.
I was gonna say as well,
The
the
old Greek ladies and all that.
what was it when Robinson did one of his walks? Like, bro, you saw the road after there. It's like they had bins on the side. It was a fucking absolute.
No, but then they'll go after the Arsenal thing. You know when the Arsenal had the, you know, I don't really like to talk about it, but had the Arsenal thing. They had an image of the being dirty afterward, and they were like, oh, London's a shit. Oh, look, see the immigrants. I'm like, bro.
I was like, I saw what you man did. You man left, bro. It was liquors everywhere.
And it was clean the next day, but it's like these. That's what I'm saying. They only notice things when it's Jake, but when it's their own people, it's like. Nah, it's John Cena.
You said it was clean the next day. I remember driving past that area because when I drive through that area, North London and Emirates and that. Bro, the streets were still, it was still bags unfiltered, like unlit places still getting picked up and like they just trashed the place worse. But when it carnival, they'll show the streets and like to say it's just a carnage. Yeah. Anytime carnival finish, you'll act like it's worse.
Yeah, but there's 2 million people there.
And it's the thing about
That's
carnival.
the only time.
That's what I'm saying.
If you leave it up to them, you'll think carnival is Rampage and one sound system, and that's it. They got bachata there. They got everything, man. You see all kinds of people over there.
Everyone's there. Just chilling.
Ain't 2 million. You're saying the whole of the London population of Jake, even their babies is all in Nottingham. Come on, bro. That's what I say. I was like, bro, I got pictures of me at carnival like age 5, bro.
Exactly.
I remember I got a little whistle.
Remember, I remember one time there was the Edomites. There was some kind of sports team. I forgot which one it was. They won some tournament and they were tearing up the streets. And it's like, okay, so they did that, and then the Jakes did it in France, and see their monkeys.
Bro, they were the way they were preparing for that. They were saying, what was it, Morocco versus France? No matter what Paris loses, I was like, bro, it's like
no matter what Paris loses.
I was like, bro, it's like going preset. Come on, man.
Let him finish this one.
Yeah, so back in 2 Corinthians 11 verse 14, and no marvel for Satan himself is transformed into the angel of light. So they want to make you believe that Esau would never do such wicked and vile things. So is everybody else.
They're innocent. Elon Musk said the Edomites in Britain are like the hobbits.
That's how you know he's not bitten. That's how you know he's not bitten. What's the guy talking about, bro?
He's on crack.
Go to Leicester, go to Leeds, go to any of these towns outside London and find me a hobbit, bro.
They're just innocent, and the black people wear orcs, you know. They're just coming to
because you know most of the people from the other sides of the world, they picture the UK like a fucking the way they used to paint the Disney.
Oh, a Shire.
Like a Guy Ritchie movie.
Like a lovely movie.
Even my Guy Ritchie movie. You know about Bricktop and them times.
Big Ben looks clean.
They're really out here. They're really like. Why do you think Jay-Z was coming out in the early 2000s? Because there's a lot of things he was doing, but people wouldn't know. Because he was saying like, oh, get me some Scooby-Doos. You might, what's a Scooby-Doo? Shoes. Cockney rhyming slang.
Yeah.
So he was out here, he picked up on a lot of stuff. That's why the Blueprint album, he had the Dave Courtney.
Dave Courtney.
I think it's The Business, the name of the book.
Yeah.
So he was inspired by white British gangsters.
Yeah.
Not black.
From like Snatch.
So that's why like Rockefellers, you know, he likes that.
Yeah.
So it's like you lot can't compute that these like there's some demons over here, man.
The original home of the demons. That's why that girl said what she said. The British Empire, the Thanos of evil blood in history. They were doing nastiness in the East India Company, doing nothing but crimes throughout the world. They're a nation of criminals, man.
Verse 15 says, therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works.
Yep.
Right? Because we know what their works are in reality. It's not what they tell us their works are. Oh, we're philanthropists, we've given you cars and mobile phones and healthcare. Bro, that pales in comparison to the evil wickedness that you've done. It pales, man. It really does. But you don't ever want to focus on that. You want to make everyone forget about the wickedness that you did. Because you're not being paid on that back.
Wicked vices, the fuck you are.
But even that whistleblower cop, John Wedger, he come out and he's talking about the Metropolitan Police, etc. And he was talking about he knew people that worked with people in high society, and he said you would never call them, if you knew what they do, you'd never call them mom. He said, you know, like that's a endearing thing to say. Hello, mom, and all that. He said you'd never call them that if you knew what they're really up to. You know.
This is the book of Psalms 73. I'm starting from 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Yeah, that's why the Lord, like the brothers mentioned earlier, choose none of their ways, man. And why the Lord said this is not our rest. So if you got the mindset you want to make it in this society, just know that you're gonna have to compromise yourself, man. And that's not something you're not supposed to want to do. Just for uncertain riches, man. You know, there's just many have fallen into foolish lusts and all of that. You know, so yeah, man, this world is too wicked. That's why we need Yahweh Shai, man. That's the only answer. That's the only, way out of this place is Yahweh Shai.
Them man do a lot of that clean evil. You know that evil where you're selling like missiles. You're selling missiles to man to blow up children, and you're making millions. But it's like, I'm not involved. Like, they do a lot of that clean evil, man, and walk around.
Entertain someone for lunch. There's formalities and everything. It looks like something inspirational that you want to do, but when you get down to the nitty gritty, they're selling bombs.
They'll do something in the economy that they'll make money from, but bare grannies are not losing their houses. That's that clean evil, man.
Over here, like they were
can't be traced to us.
Yeah, it's clean, right?
Over here, all the banks were giving finance to the UK arms of them Israeli companies, knowing that they were gonna use that to finance the war in the Middle East, and then they washed their hands of it, saying, "Yeah, but we're funding NATO, we're funding your national defense. This is for the good of the UK and all the rest of it." Well, you know what the money is when you're gonna go, man.
Well, this is why that saying is true, man. Following the money, man. Like
that's
where
the rich
white
man.
Yeah.
Rush hour too, bro.
Because that's where we put the money down. That's where the evil came from, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Benefits.
A little bit.
I'll go on.
For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men.
Even in the UK now, the average Edomite in the UK is down bad, but the elites of the UK, they're fine. They've never been better. They've got more wealth now than they've ever had. And the same thing goes for America. The average America is down bad. But the elite of America, they've never been more wealthy. That's the disconnect. And they don't face the same problems other people face. They don't get their phones stolen, blood, in Hyde Park and that. They don't face like normal level crimes. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't have to worry about certain things. They got diplomatic immunity when they go places. It's different for these elites, and I'm talking about the elites that travel in between these different the French ones, the German ones, the ones in Monaco. The guys that turn up to the Formula One like it's nothing, them dudes.
There's even like unofficial countries like that. I was watching one video. There's like a whole in the South America. They got like a whole tech ecosystem where they got multi-millionaires that just turn up to this country. They self-govern. They got their own laws, offshore territories where literally they just go off their own rulership. Bro.
They're fine. When all hell's breaking loose somewhere, or even if it's in the country they're from, they don't get touched by it. They're not affected, man. You think they're worried about inflation and the price of petrol?
No, hell no.
Even that Rishi Sunak, remember they asked him what was the price of bread? He was like, what does it matter, bro? Well, I mean, man's a billionaire. You think it matters if bread even goes up to £10 a loaf? Bro? That's nothing to a man, because he's the one selling the bread anyway. So they're not affected, they're not involved. That's what the scripture's telling you. You've got a certain group of people, mainly Edomites, that they've always been above everything that's happened. Whether it's war, famine, tribulation, they're untouchable. And that's why they're so proud. But the difference is, this time, Yahweh Shai is going to touch them. Because they're going into slavery. You might avoid the famine, you might be able to avoid all that, but you ain't going to avoid when them angels come to arrest you, man, and you got to go into them pits. You can't escape that.
Habakkuk 2 verse 9, woe to him that converteth an evil conversion to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. That's what they can afford them to. Elites are above the majority of normal things. Everybody else has to suffer.
Nothing's a problem. Oh, your car crashed, not a problem. What's a problem? They could deal with any problem like it's not even an issue. They live life different. Your car breaks down, you're stressed. One of their cars break down, they just roll out another one. It's not long. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got caught for a crime. Yo, call that dude. You know, make that number, it's done, and squash that.
Double, you know.
Oh, I killed someone?
I just shot a man.
They got fixes for that.
You even got Jeff Bezos to marry that ugly Edomite wife and just rented out the whole of Venice like it was just a casual. Just rented out the whole city of Venice. Prince Sultan and that Edomite.
Every film he pays a villain. Saddam
Zechariah 11:5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
That's right. They've been violating up, especially Jake, they've been violating on people. A lot of their wealth that comes directly from our people. A lot of them, man, like they had money invested in them plantations in the islands, man, and was making crazy money. Now you might look at the books and they might say £5 here or there, but £5 back then was mad fees,
They're making millions, bro.
and they had certain man like Thomas Thistlewood out there working for them, and what was he doing? They want to talk about being civilized. What was Thomas Thistlewood doing? Man's got a whole book of grotesque acts. Just raping every woman, violating every man.
And then a lot of these Britain as well, they like to talk this like a pious from that they're pious with the slave trade, bro. Would have had a lower level devil here, buy his way into that and have other crackers running plantations for them on here, while they're living normal lives. So they don't have to see the glory part of it, but you're getting paid in full. Or them little pirates.
Clean crime, bro.
And then when they got when they got insurance money, you went to the ones here that didn't have to even step foot in Barbados or so and so.
And then when it comes out, they could act as if, oh, we didn't know that we didn't know that was going
No,
on.
but some of them would even make them round trips to check their so-called merchandise. You know what I'm saying? So you knew exactly what you're doing, man. You know, because they'll throw that kind of stuff on America, the American whites, you know, the KKK lynch mob whites and that. We were just as bad.
But you know, these rich ones, that's why they pick those types of characters that are cutthroat.
Yeah.
That really do the evil that they want them to do.
Yeah.
You know, because you know they'll go the extra distance.
They're bold, the more they'll just...
The whole extra mile talk, innit? These men have got extra mile.
That's what we do.
In 12 Years a Slave, he was the one that came to collect Solomon.
Yes.
Posh,
Yeah,
American,
it was
British.
Benedict Cumberbatch, that actor.
Posh, come on, he's, you know, with the bucket hat and all that shit. It's like Solomon.
But you remember the woman? She said to him, because Solomon was saying we should stick here, and then the Jade woman, she said, but it doesn't matter how he is, they're still enslavers. Remember she said that about him, because the other character was a demon. He was a real demon.
Incel. Right now, he would be an incel.
Brad Pitt's 173.
Yeah, Brad Pitt's one, yeah. But remember, she said about the first guy, it doesn't matter how nice he talks to you, he's still an enslaver.
Yeah.
So, exactly.
I got a precept. This is the book of Isaiah 29 and 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
Yeah, so you Edomites, you're the devil that the bite. You know, that's where the spirit just wants us to keep saying this, man. That you're actually the devil. You're trying to run this PR campaign still. You're trying to hold on to this white supremacy. Because in the system of white supremacy, you're God, right? You're the perfect ones. That's what the word white means. It means perfect, righteous. But the reality is that you're the devil and you're guilty. And your legacy in the earth isn't going to be, oh, you gave the world mobile phones. It's going to be that you're the devil. The Bible says the seed of the wicked shall never be renowned. So you're not going to be renowned. You want to be known as like the civilization builders and the saviors and the messiahs. That's not you. You're the other guys. You know the man on the other side of that. You're the villains and the perpetrators and the violators.
You're gonna be in league with Babylon, the old Babylon, the Tower of Babylon, Slovakia, and Sodom and Gomorrah. And these are the types of things you're gonna be compared to. You know.
but they'd say, no, I'm a philanthropist.
Yeah. You're
I'm
Satan.
known for my philanthropy.
The Bible actually calls you Satan, that old serpent, which is Satan. That's who you actually are, and you're not going to be able to turn that. The seed is really being removed from the earth. You're not going to be able to just redo it. That's why they were crying about what the girl said. Oh, but the British Empire, we did this and we built railroads, bro. No one ain't trying to hear about your railroads, bro.
Because
we gave them medicine. You know, you took away medicine. You took away a lot of medicines, and then your same pharmaceutical companies went back, found them same medicines, artificially created them, and then resold it to man.
because the whole thing with the railroads, and we always bring it up when it comes up, is that was to allow Esau to move the stolen goods easier. When you look at like the railroad in Sri Lanka, is going around all of the tea farms and around all of the tea tea plantations, right? So that you can just get a whole load and then transport a whole load. Whereas before you're going through like difficult terrain. So it weren't out of the goodness of your heart.
Yeah, it's always for profit, man. So,
in America, it was a monopoly as well. That's how you know it's all about money.
Money, man.
This man weren't caring about, oh, we need to get the people. Nah, money.
But they want to be remembered that way. They want to be remembered as the hero of the earth. You're not the hero, man.
But even the old people have been lied to about what they are. Who they are.
Oh,
You know, that's it.
Even in India, the British, they built this. Well, it was the Indians that built it, but it was like a railroad that went. It was a railroad, basically, because it was like where the British Empire, their headquarters was basically in between the Himalayas and India, so because it's cooler. It was a cool area, so they built this railroad, which they massacred people to build it. And then you go there, even till this day, it looks like a British high road. You know, where you got Top Shop and all that. It looks just like that. It's in the Himalayas, because they would set up their headquarters there. And and it's like a railroad they had to build to take. It takes you up there, and it's like basically they had massacred a lot of them Edomites to build it.
It sounds like a net positive in the world.
Yeah. And what they did is they did those deals back then with a lot of them Maharajas and the Rajas of India. So then basically, but then what happened is in the end, when the British basically bailed out of India, they fucked all them Maharajas out of all the money they were supposed to help them with, because you know they put them above certain Indians while they're under the British agents. When they dipped, they fucked them over. So some of them now are using those places as tourist places and stuff. But if you look at it, it looks like you're on the high road here. Looks like
we're expected to believe that was a net positive in the world.
Yeah. It's actually crazy.
It's not a net positive. It's a net positive for Esau. Yeah, it worked for Esau, but it's not a net positive on everybody.
And it's the idea that there would be no development in the world in anything without Esau. It's absolutely asinine.
And they massacred the hell out of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, because even certain aspects as well, because I came across some information where it's like the prostitution in Thailand is all because of the CIA and the Vietnam War, right? It says the expansion of Thailand's commercial sex industry is deeply intertwined with U.S. military and intelligence operations during the Vietnam War, right? It says while it existed before, the influx of U.S. troops, intelligence personnel, and contractors on rest and recreation catalyzed the rapid growth of major red light districts.
Yeah, bro.
You know?
Yeah, because in the Vietnam War, that triangle, when that war was going on with North Vietnam, the troops would go to places like Philippines and they pop, because they had bases. They're popping over there. What are they doing there? They're flipping the people out. They're people these are impoverished people that ain't got fuck all. A whole militaries in their communities. They have to turn to that, unfortunately.
Yeah, but we got mobile phones, and that's why that's why the kingdom of heaven is a beautiful thing, because the kingdom of heaven, man, is gonna be surpass this disgusting place in everything. It's gonna surpass it in technology, medical, everything every area of life you could think of. It's going to be on a much higher level than it is now. And Esau ain't going to have nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it.
Because you're not, in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have you as just the lowest level slave, because you're not that intelligent anyway. We're going to be the ones that's going to be the intelligent ones sorting everything
the ones you despise the most.
Yeah.
Be the ones moving things
and you're going to see a kingdom being built. So after that 1,000 years, you're gonna see like a kingdom, and you're like, raw, like
We weren't shit.
and it's like, yeah, the world never needed you. No one needs you, man.
That's right.
But you're trying to push this idea that if you weren't around, everybody would just be ooga booga and can't feed them. When there was other civilizations before you, that you put in museums.
Advanced.
This is a joke. Or nobody could read and write.
And then call them wonders of the world.
Man said no one could read and write before them. Like, what are you talking about?
How did they get into that deep mathematics to build a pyramid?
And average you might can't do maths anyway. That is next level.
How did they align it with the stars? And you gotta know some maths, man.
Ignorant, man. Listen, the Bible tells you knowledge comes from the Most High, not you. The Lord can inspire anyone He wants with knowledge. It don't have to be you, even though you stole most of your knowledge.
And the both sides said He gave His knowledge to Jacob.
Yeah, I got that. I'm
You
holding
got
that.
that? Yeah. And that's why we're gonna be on top.
When you're a center of money, knowledge and development will always come to you because you can attract the best and the brightest. America was a massive pioneer in tech, not because it was homegrown in America, but because America had the money to have the institutions that if there was a guy that was smart from India, bring him over here. Guy smart from China, bring him over here. Germany. So you get to bring in all these people and the best of everywhere, and you can go forward. It's not because the Edomites themselves were so smart. When you got the money, you can bring in people. So any empire anywhere always was a center for development because you can do that. You got the peace.
And plus, those people with the skills need to come to make some money.
But
come to the
brain drain.
That then in turn slows down the prosperity of the
other nation. So if because even on that, Zaquan, then what they do is, let's say you do have good education systems in your home country, your qualifications aren't recognized.
Doesn't matter here.
So then what you do see, and you've been seeing, is even like certain places that are first world now, the parents aren't sending their children to good universities in their own country because that piece of paper ain't as strong as the same one in London, the same one from Harvard or whatever. And then what then happens that get poached.
And they can make peas off that too.
Big
They
peas.
bring them over here.
Big peas.
And now they're spending a lot of money from their country here to send their kid here because they're paying like 20 grand or something, 30 grand a year. Man, to hell with Esau, man. Precept.
Proverbs 2 verse 6. For the Lord Yahweh giveth wisdom, out of His mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. Yes, so like Daniel said as well, like numerous different prophets iterated, the Heavenly Father is the source of wisdom, and He's the one that giveth it and taketh it away also, man.
That's what they're gonna find. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, that's what they're gonna find out. Pretty much, you're not in rulership because of how great. Esau says that by my might I did this. No, but the Lord just the pride of your heart. The Lord put you in position. When He takes you off it and puts us, we're gonna be basically the hubs of authority and the beacon of information. This is how it is.
Yeah, like someone said, Esau forgot that there was other kingdoms prior to his. Other the more decked out
With
more
technology,
greater.
because that's another thing they hide and they lie.
Like technology
That
just
they
big.
had technology in the ancient world. They had technology in the ancient. Technology can be gained and it can be lost. Like they had tech. In fact, there was one guy I forgot. I need to find out who made this quote. But he said it appears that the technology of old has come back again because they had certain technologies back then that just got reinvented back again. Like the Urim in the scriptures, the Urim and the Thummim is a TV.
Your phone, your smartphone.
Bro, the more
Light and perfection.
the
The Urim and the Thummim is a
It's a
TV.
smart
It's a
device,
TV.
They had technology that they could move boulders and all kind of things that Esau can't move today. They in Egypt they got the sarcophaguses that are plumb cut with granite. Like you have to use like a laser to do that now. Because they had lasers back then.
And they still can't
Esau
create it the way it was made then.
Esau had like that history, that technology didn't exist.
Yeah, but especially in the Americas, bro. There's a lot of stuff in the Americas, like 3D images in walls and shit. Like they got certain images that, like they like you could in a different moonlight is different.
Yeah.
Like bro, they got
The
crazy
Incas-
stuff. They got holographic type stuff.
The
Man.
Incas and Mayas was into stuff like
bro,
that. They built like their temples where
They
where
had,
can
like, the
basically
savages.
even they said it's greater than Rome when them Spanish went there. They were saying, yo, this kingdom basically it was noted. This is greater than
they
Roman
had
Empire.
anti-earthquake technology built into the buildings. with the
withstand,
copper.
yeah,
But it's the Spaniards, they stole the copper out of the buildings, and that's why then the buildings started crumbling because you needed the copper to work.
But they didn't
Bro.
know that because they're thick.
Bro, these men, like they're
Then in that, I think Guatemala, Guatemala's the Incas, isn't it? I think the Incas.
No.
No.
That's,
The Incas is Peru and all that. Peru. Didn't they have that? They had that system where
Guatemala
they
was
could.
the Mayans.
The Mayans, yeah. The Incas in Peru, they had that system where they could, that thing in that big circle, and it works up the way. And they knew when basically corn would grow properly and stuff.
Yeah.
Different
Steep
seasons
knowledge.
of veg and all that. Bro, come on. They can't recreate that.
Yeah, even down to their numbering system, their system of storage with the knots. Esau struggles to break it down how it works. It's an algorithmic system. Man, listen, man, like
That's in the scriptures with
the system of white
Issachar.
supremacy is the biggest lie that ever happened. It's the biggest PR, biggest lie,
Scam.
biggest witchcraft that ever happened. Ever.
I got a precept. Baruch 3:36. He have found out all the way of knowledge, and they have given it unto Jacob his servant, and to Israel his beloved.
There you go. So this idea that people before were all ooga booga, and then Esau came along and he's just this super refined individual. That's a lie.
When he was the Ooga Booga,
He
was the one in the cave.
He's still ooga boogering. You're still ooga boogering because really your technology that you have is destructive. In the kingdom, the technology we're gonna have is the real technology, not the Temu thing. Bro. Your thing is the Bandulu technology. You use it, and your brain's frying. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's Bandulu. That's the kind of thing that it's poisonous, bro. The food is Bandulu. Oh yeah, I genetically modify this strawberry. Look at it, it looks so good. Then the thing's killing you. That's not.
Even the medicine kills you.
The medicine's killing you.
Side effects. Every medicine you pick up is just like side effects. Dizziness,
I bet you there's a way to have Wi-Fi and that kind of tech here without it destroying and killing you.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there is.
And even when it comes to like the food, it'll be like, so we can have it all season. But it's one where like certain foods aren't supposed to be out of season. There you get the best nutrients from them from the time where they're at in that season. You know.
It's weak. I was just saying it to one of my seeds yesterday, man. That you see when we was back in on the islands, Mom used to make this banana nut cake bread. Yo, that thing was different, bro. That thing was different. Like, bro, you come from down the bottom of the hill. Man's moving like the Rock, bro. Bro, from all Wedong Soul, bro. Like, you're smelling it like, man, you get there, it was all potent, bro. Now, when she made it here, bare weak, and she always complains to me, when I make the thing, I have to put more garlic than what I used to put because the garlic here is weak. And the garlic coming from China is weak. Everything's weak, man. The sweet potato's weak. Man can't make duckna properly. Everything's watered down. People think you're getting the cucumbers weak. The tomatoes are weak. Man used to pick tomatoes from trees back home, and it was a fruit. It had flavor. You get a tomato from Tesco, and the thing just tastes like water.
stale.
There's no flavor for it.
Bro, the soil was fucked, bro. The soil was
It's because the soil's not been rested.
Can we get a recipe?
The way you described it, it's like you can
it's not,
smell
he
it.
said, but like I said, it ain't gonna be as like you do it here. It ain't gonna be the level.
Nah, but it's true.
Shit
The
is
stuff
all
is
watered
more
down, bro.
potent. It was back here.
Precept on that.
Shit is all watered down,
Isaiah
man.
24 verse 4, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, and the haughty people of the earth do languish. Everything's fading, everything's dying. The earth needs rest. It needs rest, man, and these toxic pollutants.
The clothes we're wearing is, bro, everything's killing us, man. All this technology, bro, all your technology is killing, man, to the point man need a microchip here to fix it.
No, it's all
AI's got demons.
I need an AI and a chip here to fix all of the problems that you've caused with your technology. From the clothes to the materials that you're using for different things, everything's killing. It comes to the point now, everything's cancerous.
Is it even that chip is going to be cancerous?
Everything in the chip's cancerous. Bro, man trying to tell you don't do it. Bro, fuck it. Let's just do everything. Because everything's giving you cancer. The clothes you wear, the food you eat, the water you drink, the air you breathe, the car you're driving in. Everything is poisonous to us, but it's high tech. Your phone's frying your brain, it's frying your balls. Your earphones are frying your brain and frying your balls.
It's everything, bro.
What am I meant to do?
When you put it like that, it sounds dumb. If it weren't for the, what does it say? It says if it weren't for the Lord.
Bro, the light bulbs is the wrong light bulb. You heard about that?
Yeah.
The light bulbs is the wrong light bulb.
When they changed the street lights to the LED, because I remember the old street lights had that halogen, that analog sound compared to like
So
digital.
even the light bulb technology is bandulu.
Yeah, no, it
the
is.
whole kingdom is really bandulu.
Yeah.
It's not right. Like in the kingdom, we're gonna get it right. Everything's gonna be perfect. Everything's gonna be harmonious and balanced with life and wisdom. That's proper technology. Your thing is the Temu thing. Your thing is the nasty off-brand technology. That's what the Lord gave you, and He just about gave you enough to make a nuke so you could destroy
That's
yourself.
about it, bro.
That's it.
And you can't close the atoms back.
The Bhagavad Gita and all that.
Everything.
Oppenheimer, that
Yeah,
motherfucker.
they say that Chernobyl place, there's people
And become deaf.
that
Oppenheimer and
that
shit.
went back there to the Chernobyl.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's
Yeah.
more people that went back to live there.
people still
But
dying.
you have to walk around with a Geiger counter because you could be walking down like a road and it's fine, and you could just turn left and it's a
Bro, you know what, yeah?
Melting.
What's cool, man? I personally know someone who worked like a couple towns away from the accident. It was a lady that like I used to work with, and bro, she's sterile and couldn't have kids. She's cross-eyed. She got cancer. She's her fucking embryos are cooked. Part of her brain had to get, and basically her father was like a scientist, a military scientist, and when she was a kid, after the accident happened, she would get like a shot of wine of red wine a day, but she said she can't have kids. Her body's fucked to this day.
Yeah, because what you find out as well,
that was a couple towns away.
not only does it contaminate where you are, but remember the whole Earth's system, right? There's actually rivers in the sky. Yeah. So the Earth actually has a air. I don't know how to pronounce
Like a
it,
jet
to
stream.
describe it.
Airways.
Jet stream. The
jet
jet
stream.
stream system is literally like a river system. Just
9/11.
like the ocean's got a current system.
Yeah.
So you got the river system in the sky. So when if you set off a nuclear weapon somewhere in China or somewhere where they do these testing, and those isotopes go into the air, obviously the fallout does affect that area a lot. But remember, isotopes also could go up into the air and then come down in America or somewhere. It's not, and literally get deposited somewhere else.
Remember
So-
the Iceland volcano?
The volcano thing, how it went up and it started falling in different places. So a lot of the cancer that you're seeing and a lot of the Bible tells you menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. A lot of these monsters that are being created is a direct result of all this Esau's flipping blowing up atomic bombs in the atmosphere and all kind of shit, man.
Like them motherfucking
Good
heroes.
example as well. When you fly to like New York, for example, the flight there, I can't remember. I think the flight there is maybe 5 hours, but the return flight is like 6 hours and a half. There's a difference because the jet stream going there is more. There's more fluidity.
That's it.
But in returning, you're going against the jet stream.
So that shows you, and that's why the Bible talks about loving your neighbor as yourself, man. No man lives on an island. What you do in here can affect someone on the other side of the planet.
100%.
So that's why you're supposed to be mindful about how you treat the environment and vice versa. It's just like if you live upstream, what you do can affect people downstream and vice versa. So the way you're supposed to act is in harmony. But Esau don't care about that. He'll mess up the river. He'll take trees
And
away.
someone might say, well, fuck them downstream, it don't matter to us. But then when they come upstream, to fuck you up, then it's gonna matter. Like people forget, like it don't work.
Yeah, but
one
when
way.
you got that mentality,
You know?
and you spread that demonic mentality, it might not be the river that gets messed up. It could be the air. Now you got acid rain because somebody is doing something over there. That now the acid rain's dropping where you are, and that happens all the time. And it's Esau, but Esau always act like he's too smart. He's doing all this technology and ignoring the side effects because he don't want to take the time it takes to actually get rid of the side effect. What matters the most is the money, the profit, and whatever the side effect is, charge it. So it's like, oh, we want to make all these clothes. The clothes industry itself is destroying the planet. Like, and the clothes industry is designed not to make clothes so people could buy clothes and then just wear it.
Fast fashion.
Yeah, it's fast fashion, and fast fashion is destroying the planet, man.
Can I grab some information?
And the quality
I got
gets
very
worse
quick
anyway.
precept in and out. Sirach 10:4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time He will set over it one that is profitable.
That's it. I'll just breeze through some information real quick. Because there was experiments done where they put Lycra on dogs, right? Just talking about clothing. Says the male.
Like he put a chip in the
dicks
dog.
in that.
Oh man.
Nasty.
Yeah. Says the male dog study 1993. I'll speed through it. Says male dogs were split into two groups made to wear specially fitted underpants made of 100% polyester, 100% cotton, or no pants at all. The control continuously for 24 months. Says the results: the dogs wearing 100% polyester experienced a severe decrease in sperm count, reduced sperm motility, and an increase in abnormal sperm morphology, along with microscopic signs of testicular cell degeneration.
If that's happening to the animals, what's happening to human
Exactly.
beings?
You wear them boxes made of polyester.
Yep.
Pop that tight shit as well. You know Jay like to wear that.
Yeah.
White genocide.
The dogs wearing
Yep.
the dogs wearing cotton and no pants showed no significant changes in sperm parameters. Then in 2008 they had the female dog study, right? It says a subsequent study divided 35 female dogs into groups. Once again, 100% polyester, polyester cotton blend, 100% cotton and 100% wool for 12 months. It says bitches wearing the polyester containing garments showed diminished serum progesterone levels during the ostrus cycles and failed to conceive upon mating or artificial insemination. And then what's the fashion of today?
Yep.
Just Lycra. You know,
He's
everywhere.
Satan, but that's technology, innit?
Yep.
You know, we gotta thank him, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Civilizer.
I got
all these artificial materials that were not necessary. There was always natural alternatives, but the reason they want the artificial materials because they're easy to control, because you have the oil.
Yeah.
And you can control the production of these things. Whereas other things, people could be involved in their own production, like hemp and stuff like that. Linen, like you can actually produce these things for yourself more easier and use them to make things. But if you need these artificial products, you really got to go to Esau, or you have to make some big complicated system to create, you know, to fractionalize and all that. You know, this brother knows that.
Well, fertilizing is an example, right? Because there were natural ways to you know, do fertilization and stuff like that. But now Esau's like, now we're gonna make it out of
Dependent
petroleum.
on that, yeah. And then now they crashed the petroleum. So you know what?
So like that you mentioned fertilizer, like with the weeds
Plants,
and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah, because in America you had that. I forgot what they called it, man. There was a spray they.
Oh, Roundup.
No, there's a. The name.
Agent Orange.
No, is it DDT?
DDT.
right?
Yeah,
So DDT, they spray it, and then there's
Pesticides
the
and
flies that mess with those weeds and that. Salmon eat them. So now the salmon eat that and goes in. You know what I'm trying to say? So it fucks the whole ecosystem
Yeah,
up.
it's
Now
bio-
that salmon has got all the DDT in it, in its bloodstream.
Yeah.
And then the bear's gonna eat that, and then something else is gonna eat it.
Bioaccumulation.
Everything's fucked.
Yeah, bro.
I got this 2nd Esdras 5:51. It says, He answered me and said, Ask a woman that beareth children, and she shall tell thee. Say unto her, Wherefore are unto they whom thou hast now brought forth like those that were before, but less of stature? And she shall answer thee, They that be born in the strength of youth are of one fashion, and they that are born in the time of age, when the womb faileth, are otherwise. Consider thou therefore also how that ye are of less stature than those that were before you, and so are they that come after you less than ye, as the creatures which now begin to be old and have passed over the strength of youth.
So right now we're brought down. That's why the earth needs a revival. And it's made even worse by Esau and his poisoning. Because you gotta look at it like the most endangered, like if you're a baby, right? You're supposed to be in a habitat, which is the mother. But she's all poisoned up. First of all, your dad was poisoned, so the sperm's already cooked. And then now, your egg's probably cooked. And then now you're growing inside a woman who's cooked. She's got all kind of toxins flowing through her body. And even if you eat normal, you're gonna be like that, because the normal shit just has that in there.
Even though
And you've been accumulating all these toxins and these things your whole life, because from the moment you were born, you're now absorbing all this poison. So no wonder, man's lucky if we don't come out like, and all messed up. And I hate to see that shit, but it burns me when I see autism and all that. But bro, it's crazy.
And that's even on all that autism and stuff is so high now.
Yeah.
Like you go to I think the 50s and it
Like
was
most
like
babies is coming out with autism. Maybe.
Yeah, bro.
Autism and all kind of autoimmune,
Yeah,
all
bro.
kind of
But this
allergies.
is supposed to be progress. How is this progress though?
and that's the next generation. Like you like
Cancers, all that is everything's
Yeah.
up.
Aye.
How is this
Yeah, how, bro,
progress?
how are 6-year-olds, 8-years getting cancer, getting leukemia? Like, I'm like, bro.
They're poisoned from their parents are poisoned, and now they're poisoned, man. They're born in poison.
It's not by accident.
And there's always a new, it's like PEDs, there's always a new poison, bro. That just come out the cut, man, that man don't know about. And then in about 50 years, they're gonna go, oops. We kind of figured it out that this was killing, man.
It's peptides.
Whoops.
I keep hearing that as well, man. Everyone's like peptides this, peptides that.
Gym and all that.
It's steroids. Basically.
Yeah, basically.
That's what I thought so. New name, innit?
Yeah, go on.
Isaiah 14 and 12. I'll read an NLT, Isaiah 14 and 12. How are you fallen from heaven, O shining star, son of the morning? You have been thrown down to the earth.
He's meant to be the light of the world, right?
Yeah.
Well, where is he leading everybody? To death.
Darkness.
Yeah.
Yep. You who destroyed the nations of the world. For you said to yourself, I will ascend to heaven and set my throne above God's stars.
He knows better, right? Oh, I can make a better tomato than the Most High. I can do this better. I can do that better. Again, but where does it lead us though? Sickness.
I said he could make a better woman, blood. It's crazy. It's like,
New gender.
yeah, robot started chopping off man's rods, but madness, man.
I will preside on the mountains of the gods far away in the north. I will climb to the highest heavens and be like the Most High. Instead, you will be brought down to the place of the dead, down to its lowest depths. Everyone there will stare at you and ask, can this be the one who shook the earth and made the kingdoms of the world tremble? Is this the one who destroyed the world and made it into a wasteland?
You're gonna be held accountable.
You're gonna be like Mussolini. Go look up Mussolini in his final hours, him and his wife, blood. Humble. That man was like, man went from a ruthless, brutal dictator to begging, blood. Him and his wife, and they put bullet holes in them, and then they showed everyone. So that's shame. That's a shame. You know, you didn't even get like a little private. No, bro. They bulleted you up to the point where you're mutilated. You can go look up the images. Mussolini and his wife. She got it too. Because you know she was moving hella proud.
Public safety Saddam as well.
Yeah.
Public. Man, raped him and all kinds of shit.
And that's like, but a week ago he was the most feared in the division. The most. That's how life is. You could go from being the most feared in the division, like word to Deontay Wilder, to just being a nobody. That's the power of the Lord. The Lord could have you where everyone's scared of you, everyone respects you, and now not even that mouse respects you.
Yeah.
He's just looking at you and it's just bare shame.
So, Con, you mentioned even his wife as well, and it reminds me of the monologue that Bill Burr did on SNL, where he was basically talking about how these Edomite women, they're basically trying to push all of the blame onto the Edomite men, and he was basically cutting them. It was like, look, man, right? When we were doing good, you were right here along with us, right? Yeah, exactly. You was there as well, and it was like, and if you lied to Jake, you could, and you got caught popping him, you would just scream rape. Right, so good monologue when you listen to it, because what he's doing as well, he's proving to you that they're actually low IQ, because at the end of it he calls them, but I still love you because you're my bitches. They didn't care about anything else he said. They only spoke about the fact that he called them bitch. It took me a while to clock. I was like, that's genius, right? Because he was proving that these women, these Edomite women, are demonic. Right? And they ain't, okay, one or two you may come up in a harem, one or two, but they ain't gonna be the majority.
That's right.
You know?
I think that's Mussolini right there, bro.
Benito Mussolini.
Bro, look how they violated man's corpse, bro.
Man looks like Clayface, bro.
Yeah, they bulleted because they put bullets all up.
They done him all.
Yardie style. And then I think they did the same thing to his wife. Him and his wife, after they chopped them down, they bulleted them up even more. They mutilated them, man.
They can't give him the casket. It's open. No, closed casket.
Look at that shit, man.
He deserved it anyway.
Yeah, we'll close up with that. So, that would say, call halal
Yahweh.
Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstones. Shalom to you brothers out there in the highways and the